What's going on, guys? Creator and Ron here, back with a new episode of This Week in Wrestling, where we talk about everything that's happening this week in wrestling, mainly WWE, but sometimes, Impact Wrestling, which is surprisingly still. Is it Impact Wrestling or GFW?
I lost count.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah,
Actually,
and
I think they're Impact again.
again, because of the whole Jeff Jarrett situation. Yeah, I don't know which one. But yeah, basically, we talk about, but mainly WWE because, WWE is like the promised land in terms of wrestling, I guess.
Wait, Promised Land.
I don't know.
It's there. It's like if you WWE is like.
No, I saw. Wait. Did you see Botchamania, where like it was a Lion King? There was on Pride Rock, and it was WWE, and then it showed. Oh, yeah, that's what we were saying. I saw that.
The way I look at it, WWE is Disney World, but if you want to go to Universal or New Japan Pro Wrestling, but your parents like, no, we're taking you to Disney World, and that's final.
Because everybody goes to Disney World because Disney World is the place. Yeah, I know. Yeah, no, yeah, that's a good way to compare it. Yeah,
but you want to go to Universal, so that's what that is, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, yeah, you're right. And that's one. Yeah, that's one way to look at that. I didn't even think of it like that. Yeah, that is a good analogy to look at how WWE is. Whereas like Disneyland, everybody wants to go there or goes there because it's like, hey, it's recognizable, but there's another good place out there too. Like, yeah. So you're right.
Also, I want to apologize now. I'm still fighting off. I was sick like Wednesday into Thursday into Friday and everything. Friday I got a little better. But I'm still fighting it a little bit. So you're gonna hear me doing that a lot. I'm not doing crack. I'm just very sick.
You're gonna sound like DSP every time you snort.
Please don't put me towards that guy.
He's amazing.
Because I don't jack off in front of live streams. But yeah, other than that, yeah, you're gonna hear me sniffle a lot and stuff. So I apologize right now. But yeah, I'm still fighting something. So trying to get over it, but I forgot my water and I have vodka sauce with me. So other than that, you're gonna hear me sniffle a lot. That's the reason why.
No man, you're fine. But yeah, so before we get to our reviews of the shows, as always, we will go past the news that's been happening this week. First things first, apparently this happened today. Braun Strowman has been sent home from the WWE Holiday Tour due to illness. He's been sent home a few days ago. Monster Among Men took part in the first two events of the tour. From where? I have no idea. But returned home from Thursday due to illness. The severity of the situation has been confirmed, but regardless, we would like to wish Braun a speedy recovery. They really can't afford to lose anybody.
No, you can't. That's funny because hold on, let me check something and add. I remember seeing something from him on his Instagram. Remember, he doesn't.
Yeah, I know his Instagram is him, not Braun Strowman. Yeah,
but he does. Make say like, hey, this is how I'm going my thing. Let's see. The last post he did was 6 hours ago, but his last post was 6 hours ago. But it says something about seeing my name in the lights of Madison Square Garden makes me want to rip my shirt off, and hit a front double bicep for a sold out crowd. But at the same time, Madison Square Garden was a couple of days ago, I think, because he uploaded this picture 6 hours ago. Yeah, about 6 hours ago, but the Madison Square Garden show, I think, was Tuesday.
Yeah, so, I mean, yeah. And, well, it looks like he's fine. Well, I mean, anybody can post a picture on Instagram, but
we have to hard to do that.
Yeah, I know. So we have to assume that he's okay for right now, at least. Yes. We will find out eventually. Well, because they can't afford to lose him because they have him in a triple. I want to point this out, actually, before because the match is already announced. Don't you? I'm starting to think this Royal Rumble is going to be a copy and paste from the Royal Rumble 2015.
Oh, you get that too?
Because again, Brock Lesnar yet again at the Royal Rumble in Philadelphia, same city, is in a triple threat match for his title. So it's like, And so if that's the same, what makes you not think the Royal Rumble outcome is going to be the same? And based on now, the only reason why I'm saying it might now, I mean, the plans can always change, but if you guys didn't know, the people who are hosting the Fastlane pay-per-view, which is a SmackDown Live exclusive pay-per-view, they already advertised the main event. Now, again, the main event can always change. But usually WWE wouldn't just give them false information, especially when it comes to a pay-per-view.
Yeah, but at the same time, this is the problem. I don't know what the main event is. I know you're gonna say it, but
yeah,
they all no. This is the problem that the WWE has with people that does advertisements and stuff. Because for instance, I mean, yes, the whole definitive card subject change. That's one thing, but when it comes to a pay per view,
I know it's like, yo,
you kind of want to keep that under wraps.
There was like last year, it was ridiculous. Like Raw, I already knew what was happening with Raw. For example, Clash Champions, before Triple H even betrayed Seth Rollins, the main event was advertised Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins. I knew that a week before the Fatal 4 match happened on Raw.
I remember the one time I told you when I was streaming Raw, I was streaming SmackDown, and the match was supposed to be Kevin Owens versus AJ Styles for the United States belt.
Champion. I know, and they didn't even advertise it yet.
Yeah, but then in the Canada show, it was like a Canadian house show, and he had Kevin Owens versus someone else, but Kevin Owens was the champion.
Exactly. Like, and it's like,
I'm like, so you're trying to tell me that Kevin Owens is going to be AJ Styles? Thank you.
You it's pretty much just told me to win up. I know. They're screwing up everything. And then again, same thing with Roadblock. They already advertised both of their top matches, which was Roman versus Owens and Jericho versus Rollins, which made me believe again Rollins was not going to win the Universal title. So it's like, so the same thing happened with Fastlane. So for you guys who don't know, as of right now, it can always change. But again, for WWE to lie to especially not lie, but to change the card like that, unless an injury happens in terms of pay-per-view, I'm pretty sure this card is final, which pretty much confirms to me that nobody from SmackDown is winning the Royal Rumble, because the main event for Fastlane is a fatal 5-way match for the WWE Championship, which consisted of the WWE Champion AJ Styles, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Randy Orton, and Shinsuke Nakamura.
Which also means that
yeah, exactly.
That for Royal Rumble, Raw's going to win.
And I have an idea who is going to. It's only one fucking option.
Yeah, it's really only.
Well, to be fair, it makes sense because did you see even before Raw, they announced the Intercontinental Championship match next week.
Yeah, I saw.
So it's like, too. Wow, this pretty much confirms everything. It's obvious that Roman's going to drop the title now because they want him to drop the title before the Royal Rumble.
For those who probably don't know, don't have Twitter or stuff like that, Kurt Angle made an announcement on his Twitter that says that Samoa Joe is going to face Roman Reigns for the IC belt at the New Year's Monday Night Raw. But the stipulation is if Roman Reigns does anything to get himself disqualified, he will lose and he will forfeit the belt. Or not forfeit, he will pretty much lose the belt to Samoa Joe. So that pretty much just means that
they're dropping the title for him. They only gave him, again, I said this like months ago. I forgot which episode, but I specifically remember saying this. Because I think it was like before September, because it was rumored he was supposed to face The Miz for the IC title anyway, but that got delayed once Samoa Joe got injured, so they had to switch it to Roman Reigns versus John Cena instead, because the whole story was Roman Reigns, when he wins the Intercontinental Championship, he can now basically say, even though it's still false, he has won every single championship except for one, which is the Universal title. The SmackDown Tag Team titles like to say hello, but that's besides the point.
Not just that, they're trying to make him into a grand champion.
I know, and it's like technically you're not a Grand Slam champion because you still didn't. I mean, you're a Grand Slam champion in terms of you has won every active title, which you technically did, but it's like because that's under the new Grand Slam. But the whole point is you didn't win every title, which was not SmackDown tag team titles. You have yet to win.
You're not vacant.
You have yet to win.
You're not vacant.
Yeah, who has literally won every title? Yeah. So yeah, that is actually interesting. But yeah, it's just so that was the story they were trying to get at, and I guess with him already having the IC belt, and again he holds it like that again, and it's like he holds it like he doesn't give it. Watch, you bet money right now he will not hold the Universal title like that. He will have it around his waist. Watch. He's going to. He's not gonna hold Universal title like that. You know the WWE title like that.
Although, yeah, someone else has said to me like he doesn't care for the mid card titles. He only cares for.
He doesn't. He doesn't. Like he doesn't give a fuck about the IC title. Like what the IC title is gonna do for him. So yeah, there's that. So any other thoughts on that situation? Okay, we went from Braun Show to this, but yeah, the whole point is that they have to really work on what time the advertisers. Well, perfect example, they did it with fucking Great Balls of Fire. Why do we have to know Brock Lesnar was defending the Universal title there? Like they don't know what to do when it comes down to that.
I mean, look, in my old saying, we'll just see what happens. But
I hope that's not true because even if SmackDown doesn't win, that means we're not getting Styles and Nakamura. Then there's no way.
You never know because I can see it like this. I'm trying to think. They're not going to have Kevin. Not going to have Kevin Owens do it. So you said the whole thing is AJ Nakamura, Kevin Owens. All right, so
insane.
Orton's probably not going to do it anyway because they're not going to have Orton going as champion again. I don't think. Not also mentioned he's supposed to be taking time off soon.
Exactly.
He actually supposed to be been supposed to take time off, and they keep adding him on to more stuff. That he really wants some time off and stuff. You know,
he rightfully deserves it.
Yeah, he does. But they keep adding him on and adding him on and adding him on. If anything, I'll say like this: if the rumor AJ versus Nakamura match happens, then AJ will win, but Nakamura won't take the pin.
He won't. Obviously, it's going to be either Orton. And I guarantee you, because again, I've been saying this forever. Sami Zayn is going to eventually turn back. Either one of them are going to turn face, Kevin Owens or Sami Zayn. One of those two are going to take the pin, which is going to result in the other one turning face. Because then that guy's going to be mad that, okay, you just screwed one out of us. Again, assuming this is the actual match at Fastlane.
Yeah.
But, so I can see that happening. But, yeah. I don't want that because when they first announced that, my first thought of who's going to win, it could be Byron who wins the Royal Rumble then, I guess.
Nah.
After this past week, it's obvious that's not the case anymore. But
not even that. Even if he doesn't win the United States belt, I don't even see him winning anything like that. This is his first
year. I know. Yeah, you're right. You're right. But
no matter how much Triple H likes him, I don't see him in this.
Well, let's talk about liking people. What about Rusev? How are they not capitalizing on this? Is beyond me. It's ridiculous. They're ignoring it. They're still heels. Why? There's no reason after 3 weeks, especially after Clash of Champions, that Rusev is heel. But that's neither here nor there. Moving on. I didn't get your thoughts on this last week. What are your thoughts about the revival of not the XFL per se, but a revised version of it?
What was my
thoughts on it?
I thought you were going to ask me my
I did?
No, I thought you were going to ask me what was my thoughts on the revival, period.
Well, no. The revival of the XFL.
Sure. Vince, if you feel like you want to go ahead and waste money again, then go for it.
At least he's not wasting WWE's money. He confirmed that himself because you saw he took out 3.3 million of his shares. Or something like that, around that number. So
Vince is going through
midlife crisis.
No, you can't really say midlife because he's 70-something.
I know.
Can you say end of life crisis? I don't want to sound morbid, but
no, I mean I don't know what it is at this point.
yeah,
Hey,
like that's something that rich white people would do, like run for president or
Trump.
or hey, I'm gonna take out 3.3 million of my own money and
Of a
revive
company
something.
that I made.
Yeah, and I'm going to revive something that I've done almost
Failure.
almost 15, 20 years ago that failed, and do it again.
Well, I mean, it's
But
a different. I mean, I can't argue with the fact that it's a different time period. So anything's possible. Because it's kind of like wrestling. Back then, there was only two major promotions back then: WCW and WWE. After WCW lost, nobody could touch WWE. It's a different time now. Now we hear about New Japan. Now we hear about Ring of Honor. Now we hear about Progress or ICW. Like,
well, here's another thing. I feel like the reason why he wants to capitalize on this, and this is actually something that's true for the past 2 seasons, but there has actually been a decline in NFL
yeah, I didn't know.
viewership and ticket sales and stuff ever since the whole Colin Kaepernick and standing kneeling thing and stuff like that. I don't know where you stand on it. I really don't care. I have my belief, but we're not bringing that up. But I will say that that's the reason why the NFL has been declining when it comes to sponsorship sales and ratings and stuff like that. Now, I feel like I feel like that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to capitalize because his first mistake when he first did the SFL was he was trying to be competition to the NFL, and
I
being the
know.
fact of well I'm gonna have it in the summertime and or whatever, like summer into
Their
fall
off
and
season. Yeah, on their
on
off
the
season.
yeah on the off season whatever. But the problem is when they have off season, you have NFL Europe that people do try to watch. You have the CFL where people do watch the Canadian Football League, and you have arena football which people do watch.
Mm-hmm.
People and they look and then they want go ahead and watch one game. I remember watching one particular game of the XFL, and it legit felt like I was watching Raw, just football. Because they have
Damn.
legit. Have you ever seen that XFL game?
I
Or am I
seen a
mixing?
clip of it and it's like
Okay.
look watchable.
Other than the actual football game itself, it legit has storylines. Like one of the players was dating one of the cheerleaders. One of the other players was trying to get with the
I
same
didn't
cheerleader.
realize that. There were
Yeah,
storylines?
there were storylines. Pre so so
Oh my god.
so pretty much think of it like
No
this.
wonder it failed.
Yeah, because no one was watching it. Because it's like if I want to watch football. I don't want to watch Monday
A
Night
soap
Raw.
opera. That's what fucking wrestling. I know that's what fucking wrestling's for. So basically the football became secondary.
In a sense, I mean, no, well, I won't say because it's not like they try to do it every game. Because I mean, they did have a football
No,
game,
but there was like
but
an overarching plot going on.
yes, it's like if they didn't focus on it the whole time, but at the same time, it's like it's there. It's like it just felt like a really long Any Given Sunday. Have you ever seen that movie?
I
With
haven't.
he hate me. Like I'm like,
That's
oh, okay, yeah. So that's
that's ridiculous.
yeah. That was one of the things that happened. And that was one of the downfalls of it. Is that people didn't want to watch that. That they just want to watch football. Not any given Sunday. Not the last Boy Scout.
Yeah, that's fucking ridiculous. Yeah, no what I had an idea about that.
Yeah, it was pretty dumb.
But we'll see. I can't really judge it until I have a general consensus of what's this going to be. So I can't really say anything. But
I know Vince McMahon.
As I said, we will see.
I know Vince McMahon.
See, so yeah. I mean, make his own copy. Triple H, if you just put all your shares in now, and there you go, you own the company basically. No, might as well go behind his. Do what he did to his own.
Do why the old man's is not watching or something.
Yeah, I mean, he probably wouldn't be paying attention to the most part. So like, you can literally do behind his back, and there you go, you own the company. So there's a rumor, well, which is obviously it's actually the main title of our today's podcast about who Cena's going to be facing. Now there's a bunch of names thrown around for WrestleMania. It could either be for some reason Goldberg or the one that everybody's been talking about, Undertaker. So which one do you think?
Wait, say it again.
It's gonna be.
You like breaking up.
Okay, so well, you can hear me now, right?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, so the rumor name that Cena is supposed to be taking on is either Hogan, Goldberg, or Undertaker.
Okay, I would say neither.
Considering the fact that Undertaker is coming back at the 25th anniversary.
Okay, I would say neither of those, but if I had to choose, it would probably be Undertaker. But I highly doubt it.
Doubt it.
And the reason why I say that is because Hogan's still not really allowed on WWE's property right now. Okay, that's number one. And number two, Hogan can't wrestle at all. The man has had hip surgeries after hip surgeries after hip surgeries. He has more hip surgery than Undertaker. So Hogan's wrestling days is done. No matter how many times you sit there and pump up your arms and do your exercises or whatever.
Well, the question to ask you, so was it done like 30 years ago when he was first wrestling? Because he really
no. I mean, he can still do it. I mean, he can still do it, but Hogan back then he can still do it. But Hogan's like what 60
something.
Let me look it up real quick. Hulk Hogan is 64. Okay. Not saying that he can't, but he's also he just can't. He can't do the leg drop anymore. Right. The one thing that most people don't know. The one thing that most people don't know about that leg drop of his. That was actually taking more. That was actually hurting him
power
more
out of him.
Yeah, than the other way around. Because he's always landing on his leg. He's always landing on his hip. That's what got him to get the surgery done.
Surgery.
And everything because he landed so many times on that leg and everything that it started to hurt. So even though he can sit there and still do the exercise and stuff, I don't see him wrestling anytime soon. Number one, he actually has to walk into the doors of the WWE first, and that's not happening anytime soon. At least I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as far as the Undertaker is concerned, I don't think so. But at the same time, that would be pretty bad on, as much as I really don't care, that would be pretty bad on Reigns' part. Because Reigns was told that he was the last one.
Yeah,
okay?
well, clearly plans for that. All I'm saying is I don't think that's the case because again, why even? First of all, they fucked themselves over. Now they backpedal and say the rumored appearance of the Undertaker 25th anniversary.
Yeah, right.
Because why even advertise him at all? You should have never advertised him. Just let it be a surprise. I know you want the ratings and whatnot, but some things it's like anything. We'd have had genuine shock that he was there at the 25th anniversary. But no.
No, it's too late. They already did that.
It's already too late. So it was like he's gonna wrestle. But to be honest with you, if Undertaker's not wrestling, there's no need for him to show up ever again. Literally, after that walk, after what he did after WrestleMania,
and that's why that's why I think is like no, because he cannot just he cannot just do stuff like that. That was like a really emotional curtain call.
That killed me.
And everything, and then Roman and having being told, having telling Roman Reigns, that he's gonna go over me. Yes.
Now carry he had to carry the burden now.
Yeah, he had to carry the burden for that whole year, only to be like, LOL, no, actually, it's gonna be Cena.
LOL. But yeah, it's like it's kind of ridiculous. They just can't help themselves.
Yeah, so I personally don't think that is going to be Taker. Cena will find somebody to face. Who will be? Who knows? But I don't think it's going to be Taker. Definitely not going to be Hulk Hogan.
Realize this is literally what we just talked about a little earlier about we just can't help themselves when it comes to announcing things. Yeah. Because remember the Mixed Match Challenge?
Yeah, right.
that we knew that tag team match that had so much investment into it meant absolutely nothing because we knew Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens were going to win. Even though regardless of the fact that we knew they weren't going to actually lose their jobs, that was besides the point. Them announcing that Mixed Match Challenge, yeah, by the way, they're winning. Who cares?
Yeah.
We're having this show on Facebook.
Like but before this happens, they had to do a grueling match with Shane McMahon as a special guest referee. Like, well, now I know
that it's they just don't know. Like they have good stuff going for them. They just ruin it by they just can't wait. They can't wait on what to reveal. Ridiculous.
The WWE suffers from something that I like to call Capcom syndrome.
Yeah, Capcom.
Okay, and here's the reason why I say that. Because me being a fan of fighting games, me being a fan of Capcom has this tendency of not being able to keep their secrets. Okay, this goes back years ago. Like one of the earliest things was Street Fighter Cross Tekken when that came out. This is where the whole the DLCs is on the disc. The DLCs is on the disc. What do you mean? And people started going on like data mining and going into the disc and finding files of so we're getting this character and this character and this character, and they're on the disc now. Well, what if I pressed it? Wow, I just unlocked them. Oh, let me burn me a copy and do this. Hey, I just unlocked these characters that were supposed to be DLCs later. or fast forward a little bit more. Now, you have Street Fighter V, where these things are supposed to be secrets and everything, but once again, data miners go into the game and they find out things. So now we know, okay, well, such and such is getting a special stage, you're getting a special costume. Oh, and these characters are the mystery DLC characters that's coming out instead of silhouettes. So in the Street Fighter V, they would have silhouettes of who's going to be ready for this month DLC. And the day mom was like, "Oh no, it's this character. You're getting that character. You're getting that character." No need for excitement. At least Capcom was smart enough when they announced Arcade Edition, where they was like, you know what? Forget the silhouettes. These are who you're getting. we're sick and tired of this shit. Here's who you're getting. They're coming out in this month, this month, this month, this month, and this month. Y'all gonna have to wait. But I'd rather them do that than try to be all secretive, like, ooh, it's like Sakura comes out, in January, but you guys see who comes out in the next couple of months. No, you know what? Forget that.
Damn, man.
I mean, at least I give them the fact that they learned. A little too late, but they learned.
Exactly. Well, that's something you could do. Learn from your lessons and make sure you don't fall for it again. But hey, it's whatever. But last bit of news, which is more of a statistic than really news. Jimmy Uso is now considered the new Iron Man of WWE.
Yeah, I've read this.
Thanks to Dean Ambrose being out because he was the original Iron Man. Basically, Jimmy Uso, who's one half of SmackDown Tag Champions, is WWE resident Iron Man, having wrestled more matches than any other wrestler on a current roster without taking a break for more than 40 days. He's been doing WWE events since June 2010 and is currently at 900 with only 24 matches, but no more than 34 days in 2016. The previous title hold Jimmy's new WWE's Iron Man. I guess. Well, congrats to him.
Well, I mean, it just shows that when you take the title, Mr. No Days Off, and everything, then there are people who actually live up to that nickname and stuff. And
I know.
And as you see, Jimmy Uso and Dean Ambrose at the time. I mean, it was to tell you the truth, with Dean Ambrose, did get injured, I was actually shocked because Dean Ambrose is the kind of person who usually do fight through injury.
From his injury, yeah.
And you never you never really hear him actually getting injured in the first place. So here we are.
Ever since I recall correctly.
I mean, as far as I know,
getting his finish blocked a bit. Yeah, in WWE at least. Yeah, he's been working so nonstop since he debuted back in 2012. I don't recall him getting injured. So there's that. But yeah, hopefully Ambrose gets packed soon, because especially at this goddamn Monday Night Raw.
The No Days Off Monday Night Raw, by the way.
Yes, because they had to work Christmas. This is the first Raw, from at least what I recall, Christmas, literally on Christmas Day, and they had to work on it. So, a lot of stuff did happen. So let's get on to it. I'm not gonna lie. Did you watch the first segment? Because I didn't. It's not that I didn't watch it, because I was just coming back from work because I had to close the store early.
Well, I did. I was a little late, but I did watch it, and I would say this, and we're going to get into SmackDown later. But you can definitely tell who won this week, as far as this thing, as far as
storytelling.
Yeah, not necessarily storytelling, but okay. So for those who don't know, the one special thing about and I kind of felt like, well, wow, y'all just really adding on the thing here. The one special thing that he did was the first hour of both Raw and SmackDown were commercial free.
For the first hour, yeah.
So in the such for Raw, in my opinion, it's like Raw kind of depends on their commercials, especially with the announcers. They need to rest, they need to breathe, they need to drink, they need to do anything. And I don't know what the hell is on with Booker T, because he was just saying some things that was just like.
Well, he always says that's just his. That's just his thing now.
This last night, that Monday night, that man like went head first into some eggnog or something, because he was just like. I mean, it was a couple of times I had to double take, like, what? Anyway, so I'm trying to think. What was the first match of all?
It was basically the whole Elias and it was John Cena coming out.
Yeah.
First, whatever. Elias Sampson interrupted him. This is like got out of what my brother told me. I didn't physically watch it myself.
It actually came.
Elias interrupted Cena.
And I did watch that match. That match was good. That match was actually pretty good on Elias' part.
Yeah, Elias. Don't you find it? I just want to take the point out. Don't you find it how it's the unlikeliest of people from NXT are the ones that they're actually effort in compared to the ones that were already established? Like here, who would have thought Elias Sampson, who did nothing in NXT, get pushed? Who would have thought someone like Alexa Bliss, even though I'm not discrediting her, but back in NXT, she was kind of virtually, she was just part of she's basically the valet of Blake and Murphy.
Not to also mention the fact, not to also mention the fact that if back then, around the same time where Alexa Bliss was in NXT, if you wasn't the 4 Horsewoman or you wasn't Asuka, then who cared?
You didn't matter. So like again, like who would have thought Carmella, Mrs. Money in the Bank, first ever one. Valet, Enzo, and Cass.
I mean,
who are getting pushed, you didn't think.
And then she did wrestle, and she got hurt by Asuka. So, but she also.
But then you have people. Go ahead.
I might say she also injured. What's her face? Emma too.
Oh yeah, Emma. Yeah. Well, yeah. But yeah, but now you got people like Finn Balor, Nakamura, and those types of people who it's like they were already established people, but look where they're currently at.
Right now, someone else has said this, and I agree. Right now, the only person from NXT, male-wise, that's actually getting some type of good recognition or some type of good play, is Joe.
It's Samoa Joe.
Yeah, because Finn Balor is in limbo.
He's buried. I don't know. Finn Balor is buried twice.
Well, I won't necessarily say he's buried. It's just like, how can I say this? In the position that he's in right now, he can get higher, but they have so many other plans. Because he's popular. Like, no matter what, he's still popular with the fans. People still like him. But it's just the fact that I feel like what Balor is suffering from is the fact of future WWE booking. Meaning,
No, go ahead.
All right, I feel like.
I was just gonna say, I just don't personally think. I guess that whole thing was true. Is like Vince McMahon has nothing for just regular Finn Balor. He only cares about the Demon. When he's the Demon, he'll invest time into. Otherwise, he doesn't care.
Well, yeah, there's that, but I also feel like that he might actually have something for Finn Balor. But as of right now, like as we was talking earlier, how things are already stacked up as far as what's coming. Because remember, all right, so the whole joke about Finn Balor forever.
Over, yeah.
Yeah, him not being over and everything like that. So the whole main point of that was the fact of people was wondering because there was a rumor that it was actually supposed to be Brock Lesnar versus Finn Balor for the belt, but it turns out for Royal Rumble, but it turns out Vince McMahon has never even put that to consideration.
Said that anyway.
And everything like that, and then he also said something about he's just not over, and then that's where that whole joke came from. So I feel as much as he's using that to his advantage, it's true. Vince McMahon, I really don't feel like Vince McMahon has anything planned for him because he already has things written down. on the long term. You all know
there's only one long-term plan he cares about,
yeah.
and that's Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Everybody else means nothing to him. It's all about Reigns.
Remember when Finn actually won the belt in the first place, Roman was injured.
Mm-hmm. At my point, yeah. So it's like, yeah.
I feel like that if Reigns had came back when Finn Balor still had the belt, he probably would have got
the Yeah, you are right though.
But anyway, anyways, back to this back to the first match. The first match was pretty good, but I feel like that y'all killed the match.
Commercial free.
No, it's a good match to be commercial free, but I feel like that y'all spent so much time making jokes and doing comedy that y'all kind of just. It could have been a nice
feel like that's a few minutes over before like the match was supposed to. I feel like the segment's a little bit over. The segment before the match, I feel like it went a little bit over than what it should have been.
Yeah, and let's say it like this: that match was the whole hour.
Yeah, I know. That's from what I heard my brother. Yeah, I heard that was like pretty much the first hour.
That whole 3 hour that we supposed to get commercial free. That was the whole hour.
Yeah, free match. Commercial for one match. So yeah, it's sad because Raw don't know how to fucking utilize 3 hours. They were like, all right, screw it, one match for an hour. Well, there you go, people. But yeah, overall, I'm just still glad they're still pushing Elias. So,
oh yeah,
Elias has really got this character over. Like, hey, congrats to him. Now let's see how far he can actually go with it for Elias. So, any final thoughts before we move on to the next segment?
I just felt like the match went. The segment going toward the match went too long, in my opinion. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like it was just fluffy. Yeah. Moving on to cruiserweight action. Hideo Itami versus the Brian Kendrick, and sadly,
rest in peace, Brian Kendrick
got injured. Yeah, but then he got injured because the GTS, which I feel like Corey Graves got paid to say it, because it was like on cue, invented. It was the GTS.
I mean, even before that, if you went on Hideo Itami's Twitter, he said, and I quote,
"Oh yeah, I did. I did see that. I thought that was fake.
No, that was real. He said, I cannot wait to show Chicago I go to sleep." And it's like, oh, okay.
They're gonna piss off a lot of fans, but yeah.
And people in
but
Chicago
sadly,
saw you go to sleep, and you know who else saw you go? Who else you didn't see you go to sleep? Brian Kendrick.
Yeah, he did. Because
although I feel like that was more Brian's fault than.
I don't think usually people do turn their heads.
Yeah. Or they block with their hands.
You have to go to sleep, so.
Or they block with their hands. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Like we can debate on who fault it is. At the end of the day, accidents happen.
Yeah, that's just happened.
Like,
I don't.
What about Watergate? Waterballgate.
About who?
I mean, like water bottle. I call it water bottle gate because of what happened with Listo.
Well, no, that was just an asshole fan who decided I'm going to do something real quick. And he got his ass kicked out. He's banned from WWE shows.
Yeah, he deserves it too. Water bottle, everything he could Oh, he should have worried about him. But I mean, he got some good accuracy though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, fuck him. You. But
now,
what was your reason of doing
that? You pay all that money just to go there. Now you can't go there. Congratulations, and they still took your money. And Kalisto, and if you hate Kalisto, he's still gonna wrestle anyway. He just wrestled at Madison Square Garden. So it's like, yeah, it's like I know they kind of did it for no reason. So yeah, congrats to him. But yeah, Brian Curry, he's gonna be out for 2 months. Hopefully he comes back soon. Damn, it's like every time they get new people in Cruiserweight division, they lose them, either through injury or just walking out. Release, they just keep losing people in this division.
And
speaking of which, where the hell is TJP?
Someone
all I see is just he's on Twitter a lot.
Hold on, actually, because that's a good question. Someone said that he was injured.
No, he's not.
Someone said that.
I doubt it.
Well, let me check.
He's on Twitter, but
let me check.
And then we have
third
row. No, go ahead.
Before you get into it, long story short, the reason why you haven't really seen him on there because they pretty much I kind of believe this, and I kind of don't believe this, but they had nothing for him.
I guess I believe that because they did the same thing to Grand Metalik.
That's the reason why too. But
he literally
at the same time, Grand Metalik has been on TV.
I think he was injured. Well, yeah, now he is because I was talking about before. Like it was like a 6-month gap where this man did nothing. I kept complaining. I remember when he debuted, and I was like, kept complaining, where the fuck is Grand Metalik?
Yeah.
Like out of nowhere, like that one episode, and like back in August. That for him, so there's that. And now, damn, the whole storyline's ruined.
What do you mean?
Because the only reason why he Dale, don't you find how fucked up this is? The only reason why he Dale fought Brian Kendrick because they feel I guess they thought Kalisto wasn't ready at the he came back the next day at Madison Square Garden. They're focused the daily time for just one match, probably. But now Brian Kendrick, because the feud, if you didn't notice, the feud was going to be Kalisto and Grand Metalik versus Brian Kendrick and Jack Gallagher.
Oh yeah, I do know that, but I guess it's.
But it's like now it's squashed because Kendrick is injured. So now I have no idea.
Well, that sucks.
Star Spud, I guess. I mean, he was there backstage last week. I don't know why they didn't use him. They're obviously going to do something with the guy. They just don't know. Probably just don't know what to do.
Oh, well, that sucks.
You have a match. Wait, what?
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. But yeah, no. For the third straight week in a row, we have a match that we haven't seen over and over again, which is Absolution versus Sasha Banks, Bayley, and Mickie James. We saw this at Tribute to the Troops. I saw this last week, but thanks to actually, let me get your thoughts on that. What are your opinion of how Stephanie McMahon wants the Royal Rumble?
I feel like that she's trying to take credit for everything.
She started the yes movement, man. It was any other time to do a yes chant. Now is the time. It's like it's not yours. It's ridiculous. At that ending of last week's part, they might as well sort of play Brian's theme music.
Sure.
And pretend like that's how bad it was. See, they might as well sort of fucking play his theme music for her.
But at the same time, I feel like that if you want to go just talk about this match that we have in 3 weeks in a row. I feel like that every week. The one good thing about this is like every week they try to showcase on what's one particular wrestler of Absolution can do.
Which I'm assuming you mean Mandy Rose.
Yes, between Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville and Paige. Now Paige had her singles match against Sasha Banks, which was an awesome match. But then 1 week was, what was it? 1 week like a disqualification or some shit?
Yeah.
Okay, so this week was pretty much them showing them, okay, this is not just about Paige. We already know what Paige can do. Let's show what Mandy Rose and let's show what Sonya Deville can do. Because Mandy Rose can wrestle her ass off. Sonya Deville can wrestle her ass off, but also can that clothesline to Sasha was painful. You see,
that's how it was.
Clothesline the fuck out of her.
I can definitely tell it was.
So that, but I feel like that's what those matches was more the sense of, okay, you already know what Paige can do. Let us show you what the other two, instead of them just being lackeys. Because, and I do say this, like, yes, the Riot Squad is pretty much SmackDown's Absolution. Okay, it's the same as that thing.
I didn't. I mean, I've been shocked if you didn't notice that. I mean, man.
You got the punk looking girl, the blonde, and the boyish looking girl. Difference? The Absolution, I feel like they can wrestle better than all of the Riot Squad. Not saying that Ruby Riott can wrestle.
No, I'm saying because Ruby Riott the one basically carries Morgan. I'm sorry, but did you see that what she did at Clash of Champions? No, not Clash of Champions. This past Tuesday.
Yeah.
Shows how horrible she is.
And not just that, but the other chick,
Sarah Logan, she came out of nowhere. She's from the Mae Young Classic.
Yeah, that, and plus, don't ever give her the mic ever again.
That was something else.
That's
why Dan Bryan's face was like,
huh?
Like, yeah. Black Area Gaming completely got out of my mind. So thanks, Black Area Game, for telling me. The injury of Paige, did you see that, Ron?
Yeah, and that injury was pretty much a stinker to the neck. She has had neck injury, and a lot of people don't remember, because a lot of people just thought that Paige went out because she was with Del Rio, and she left because of she was with Del Rio and stuff. Y'all don't seem to understand. If she would have left because Del Rio made her, she would have been fired by now.
Of course,
because she pretty much walked out of the company.
Even
though she's contracted. Okay, that's not how that happened. Yes, the everything that happened after that did seem a little.
It had something to do with her, like delaying her. Yeah,
like all that did was the timing of it, you might say, was a little bit out there, but no. The reason why she wasn't in WWE for so long was because of a neck. She did have a legit neck injury and stuff, and she did get surgery, and she's fine now. But something happened. I think it was around the time when Sasha Banks kicked her. That just stunk. It was just a pretty bad net stinker that pretty much hurt her. Now she's fine as far as I know. I just don't think she's going to be wrestling any more house shows
for the rest of this week at least.
For the rest of this weekend, they'll probably let her take a break on this coming Monday Night Raw, just to see if she's fine, because she walked out on her own. She didn't need a stretcher. She walked out on her own.
Yeah, so after that point, she was fine enough to walk out on her own, but
but just to take it easy on her, I'm pretty sure she's probably fine, but they're probably going to, rest her. Like, okay, so you're not going to rest any more house shows, matches, and you probably won't do anything on Raw. We'll put you on TV, but we'll just have one of those two wrestle somebody. Like, it might be Mandy Rose versus Bayley, for all we know, on Monday and whatnot.
Yeah, I can see that. Or like Sasha and Bayley versus Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. Well, I can see one of those two outcomes come, either just a regular tag team match or
singles. A singles match. It might be
yeah.
hell. I would like to see Sasha versus Sonya Deville. To be honest,
Interesting somewhat.
because because Sasha needs to get paid back for that clothesline. That clothesline was fucking killer. I'm sorry.
Maybe she did on the live event when she kicked Paige. I'm joking, yeah, but yeah, it's just what you call it, yeah. It's just hopefully Paige are right, because I'm telling you, if this is actually comes out like she is like kind of injured, that's like the kiss of death right there. She literally just came back a month ago. Because nowadays we're gonna think that she's injury prone, and
well, I don't think she's injury prone. I mean, I don't think that's the case.
I don't think it is either. It was just obviously bad timing.
Yeah, I thought it's bad timing, but she'll look. I feel like they have plans for Paige. They're not going to.
I know. I would even be shocked if she doesn't win. I mean, if she does win the Royal Rumble, it's either gonna be her or Asuka, maybe. I don't think nobody for the SmackDown side is winning it, because they still got the Money in the Bank contract that they still have at their disposal.
Yeah.
So that's like for the women's, it was obvious that Raw Superstar is gonna win. It seems like it's gonna be Asuka, because I can't picture, because how else is she gonna get eliminated? It's not like Eva Marie's here, so eliminated.
I can't believe you.
So that.
I can't believe you.
That out. Yeah, because she's technically the only person to actually beat Asuka before. Who would have thought? She won the Battle Royal by last eliminating Asuka. Who would have thought? Yes, I know it had a lot to do with the outside stuff, but
yeah,
hey, whatever. Yeah. Kane defeated Heath Slater. Now, the side story to this is that Kurt Angle, he didn't actually say it, which was hilarious. He was saying how, then, look, next year you guys really need to step it up if you want more opportunity. He said, like, what, man? He gonna fire us? I got kids. I gotta. He's like, no, man, don't worry.
I got the distinct feeling that this is Rhino probably going to turn heel soon.
I took it as a different thing. I feel like they knew. So, long shot here. Again, who knows how long they knew Dean Ambrose was going to be injured. So with that being said, they probably feel like they need to build like a new face tag team. Like, besides obviously Rollins and Jordan now, like they need to build like at least another new face tag team to compete against other people. Like, for example, you have like the top heel tag teams are obviously the Bar, and I'm assuming based on how they're being pushed, the Revival.
Yeah, the Revival's going to get their way back up. Also, I won't really say the Bar. I won't really say the Bar, but that I'll put my reasons to that at the end of the Raw segment on why I think that you won't be seeing the Bar anytime soon.
But yeah. So that's why I think they're doing like this mini storyline right now. But yeah, I mean, Heath Slater did get some punches in, but
yeah, it was
obviously
it
Kane
was
is going to win
match.
because it was such a squash match. Just like the next one after that, which was Finn Balor versus Kurt Hawkins.
Once again, as I said earlier, they don't. They it's not.
They clearly don't know.
It's like this. It's like this. If they really didn't have nothing for him, then he would have not be on TV at all.
I thought I said, don't put him on TV then.
No, because Finn Balor is popular. Finn Balor's
I know, but it's like
merchandise sells.
And for God's sakes, let him have his humanity.
I mean, look, his merchandise sells.
True, but it's like, yo,
let's say it like this: if it was someone, say, a Heath Slayer in the situation, you really don't have to put him on TV because people are not going to sit here and go, "Huh, I wonder where Heath Slayer's at right now." You know, I feel like if you miss a week of Finn Balor, other than the fact of
the interest alongside of him,
yeah, like, all right, if you don't mention Finn Balor, like, hey, he was injured, he got attacked, or he was injured, or he this is like a recap of what happened last week, and here's the interview this week. Pretty much what I'm saying is they're going to add him somehow, some way on TV. No matter what. They're not going to just not use him. They're going to find ways to put him on TV because he is a draw. He does sell merchandise. People know who he is. Sorry. Sorry.
No, man, you're fine. You're fine.
But with that said, it's just the fact of you. That's how it's going to be. But for the time being, we can't put you in a title predicament because we don't have nothing for you in that thing. But we like you so much, we're going to put you on TV anyway. You're just going to have to
at
beat
least,
a couple.
Even if it means nothing. Even if it means nothing.
Yeah, even if it means nothing. I mean, let's figure like this. If you really want to go,
for all we know, Davey could have just been fucking with us the whole time. And when Brock Lesnar shows up this week, Finn Balor also shows up, declares himself the fourth person in the match, and now it's a fatal 4-way. For all we know,
I doubt that, but hey,
I mean,
let's look at it like this: what tag team have you haven't seen in a couple of weeks?
Like forever, who is a part of the Raw roster?
Yes. Who you haven't seen in a couple of weeks?
Yeah, well, Gallows and Anderson, yeah.
Exactly. Because they have nothing for him. So if it's the same as that thing. If they would had if they had nothing for Finn Balor, which they don't, but they like him enough where they're like, we'll put you on TV, but just don't expect anything after that.
Exactly. Like no long-term plans. It was just a one and done deal because half our superstars are injured. So hey, spotlight's yours for this week.
Yeah, so just go ahead out there, show your Finn, do your Finn pose, show your crotch to the camera when we do the camera shot. Step with some people, and that'd be it.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I guess we can go with Wrestle Kingdom 12 after this if you want to. I mean, like,
I can do a quick rundown on it.
Yeah. Well, let's just get through Raw real quick then. This is an interesting segment. Bray Wyatt. The whole Bray Wyatt segment. Bray Wyatt was talking his nonsense that nobody really understands. He finally appeared in front of the crowd in like the first time like forever. But we assumed it was going to be some type of match or something, but that never happened because Woken Matt Hardy appeared and attacked him from behind in his exactly what he wore when he was broken during his TNA run. So there's that.
Well, here's the thing now. And I have a prediction. I will say it like this. By the time Jeff comes back,
he has to be a singles wrestler now.
Yeah, Jeff is going to be on SmackDown. That's
why of course.
Because I feel like that it's either Jeff's going to be on SmackDown or Matt's going to be on SmackDown.
No, this is too much of a gimmick.
Well, no, I'm just saying like it's either or. Either other way, you know, this is now the singles run that they're doing. Matt Hardy and the thing is that this feud that they're doing right now is wonders for Bray Wyatt because now people care about Bray Wyatt again.
Yeah. He's finally met, like I said, he finally met his match. That's all they needed to do with Bray Wyatt. I guess they finally figured out after all these years, have someone who finally turns to craziness. And they finally achieved that. So now, yeah, make people invested in care. And then now you want to see Bray Wyatt win. No point. Because like, well, damn, like it's like these two weirdos now here. It can only be one weirdo. So there's that. And so yeah, overall, I thought this was an interesting segment, a good one to say the least. Up next is the 6-person tag where you had Alexander Tozawa and Mustafa Ali versus Gulak, Enzo, and Avari Davari.
I actually went to eat dinner, so I actually missed this match, but I did catch the highlights. This is just a good way of just hyping up
Alexander.
Yeah, this is a good way of hyping them up.
Yeah. So, I mean, any predictions on that though?
Well, that match is for next Monday as well.
Yep, this Monday.
Yeah, this Monday. I actually see Cedric Alexander winning. I see one or two things happening. I think Cedric's probably going to win long term because it's long overdue, or Enzo's going to win because of Drew Gulak.
I don't think so. I think Drew Gulak is going to, based on what happened with 205 Live, I feel like they're playing the seeds where it's like, hey, Enzo's a piece of shit. Why are we even listening to this guy? There's more of us than them. It's going to be like the Bugs Life movie. That's how I picture it. Like,
no, but I feel like he's going to help him only because he wants to be him. That you see what I mean?
Guess. Like, yeah. In a way, I do see that, but it's like based on how this was booked.
I think I didn't see 205 Live.
No, but that's my thing though. Rich Swann, whatever plan you have for Rich Swann, obviously never came to fruition because of the whole situation. So if your original plan was for Rich Swann to win, why even give it to why is Cedric not being booked in that type of way? The main story, like the real story here is obviously coming out of this feud or whatever thing with Enzo is really Drew Gulak.
Yeah, true. You're right.
So it's like, yeah, so I'm just saying, it's like for Drew Gulak, I know Drew Gulak is going to be involved somehow. We just don't know when or how. But also, the other main thing after that was the whole Nia Jackson, Enzo Amore segment with the freaking mistletoe, and Alexa Bliss interrupted it. So who would have thought people want to see them kiss? Who would have thought?
No one wants to see them kiss. I don't want to see her kiss.
Well, that's what Davey thinks. But after that was the Intercontinental Championship match between Roman Reigns and Samoa Joe. Like he said, we both know based on the what you call it thing that we talked about earlier that Roman's won by he won by DQ, so that's why next week on Raw it'll be a no DQ match when Roman Reigns takes on Samoa Joe. And if Roman Reigns loses, I mean, it's not that it's no DQ. It's that if Roman Reigns gets DQ'd, I should have said, he loses his Intercontinental title. So Roman Reigns basically did this to get revenge on Ambrose. So
yeah, and the sad part about all that is the fact of like, okay, well, no, actually, like I said, I'm gonna save on that. I'm gonna save on all that for the last thing overall.
All right, but we had the whole Miz Taraj segment where for the whole time they were singing carols backstage, and now they went to the crowd. I mean, in front of the audience, and Braun Strowman basically squashed them. So there's that. Any thoughts on that?
It's Braun being Braun.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is.
That's all that really means.
Here, I don't personally have an issue with the segment because of people who are in it. I have an issue with this next segment because it just happens in general. Alexa Bliss came out talking about the Royal Rumble match, saying, "Hey, you should be happy because I did." And Asuka comes out and says she's going to be entering the Royal Rumble match. Now, realistically speaking, of course you were going to enter the Royal Rumble match. You don't have a choice.
Well, yeah, and I would think
that's what just irritates me. It's like you, for the women at least, you don't necessarily have to announce that you're going to be part of it. It's kind of obvious that you are based on how thin the rosters are. Of course you're going to be a part of it. It's not like you're going to have a championship match, more than likely.
Well, look. I will. I can't. I will say like this. It's the tough person to do. I can't say tough guy in this situation, but it's the tough person to do because the guys do it too. The guys. I mean, yes, it's a little different because sometimes even the people who are not being used don't even make it to Royal Rumble themselves in the first place. Yes, yeah. But even then, they still do it from when they say, hey, I'm entering in the Royal Rumble, and I'm going to win and everything, blah blah blah. It's their way of trying to get the attention on them or whatever because it makes them like, okay, so what if he does win the Royal Rumble? I mean, because everyone does that. It's like, I'm going to the Royal Rumble and I'm going to win and blah blah blah, and it gives you that moment of thinking like the next couple of weeks, like, maybe does actually win the Royal Rumble, and then now comes the part of he does these he's in the match and suddenly he has like a long win streak before the actual Royal Rumble, and it's like, maybe he actually means business this time. Maybe he might actually win. So when it comes down to the fact of who's your top person, but it also helps the fact of if he gets drawn a later number, or if he gets drawn an earlier number, but he survived longer than 15 minutes or whatever. And you sit there going, this person might actually be able to do it. This person might actually win the Royal Rumble, like he said. It just goes off of, is he going to continue to do it, or is he going to not going to? So it's the same as that thing with the women's wrestling. Yes, everyone can say I'm entering in the Royal Rumble because you kind of have a choice, but it's more the fact of I'm pissing my territory right here that I'm entering in the Royal Rumble right now, and I'm going to be the threat that you're going to have to worry about when I enter said Royal Rumble. Now you won't get this out of Dana Brooke. You won't get this out of practically anybody. You're not going to get that domination of I'm entering in the Royal Rumble from everyone. At least from everyone, and you're not going to get it before. Not from every female wrestler before Royal Rumble. So for Asuka to do it, that's just be like, all right, well, she is undefeated. Let's see what numbers you give her and see if she goes from there.
Mm-hmm. We will see what this goes here, but basically, yeah. My whole point was that the whole women announcing thing, trust me, there's no need. We know you're all going to be part of it except for the champions. We don't necessarily need to know they're going to be part of it. Maybe this is a sign, though. Like I said, like those signs that we put up sometimes spoil stuff. And December 2017 is the whole best of Roman Reigns.
I actually don't know.
Yeah, me either, man. I got nothing.
I got nothing.
Did I miss anything? No, after that was pretty much the main event. So, with Ambrose officially injured, now he could be upwards to 9 months. Sure. Rollins had to get a new tag partner. He shot at the Raw tag team titles. He said, well, he didn't say anything. Jordan Pitt, I know where he said he still wants a piece. Samoa Joe, Kurt could tell, yo, man, this is not working. Just let it go. And Rollins got it on the line. And then he said, you know what? Whatever. So it's going to be a tag team match, Rollins and Jordan versus The Bar for the Raw Tag title. At first, Rollins was hesitant at first. George tried to cheer him up. He was like, this whole show basically, it just tells me that Ambrose turning heel based how they talked about Ambrose.
Now,
he was such a fallen comrade.
Well, I hate to think like that, but yeah. But at the same time, I don't see it like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because all right, and here's what I mean by that. So I said, that I have a thing about why this happened, because a lot of people say, well, why did this happen? Here's the thing. For some who already know, I'm pretty sure you already know. I'm pretty sure you talked about it. But as you know, Sheamus is on his last run,
Mm-hmm.
from where he's going to retire soon, being to the fact that his neck and his spinal is pretty messed up, and they don't want to have another Stone Cold or another Edge
Exactly
on their hands. So they're pretty much making Sheamus retire, and Sheamus is like, okay, I'll retire. The ironic thing here is they was actually supposed to drop the belts Monday anyway, but they was going to drop it to Ambrose and Dean Ambrose, believe it or not. It just happens to be unfortunate that Ambrose was injured himself.
And now we got stuck with the tandem that is Jason Jordan.
Yes.
Ridiculous, I say.
It is ridiculous, but at the same time, it's like...
My whole thing is, why is Rollins being put through this, though? He's better than the... I'm not saying the tag team division is bad, but I'm pretty sure it's like...
Well, remember, this... You know what's actually pretty bad? Remember, this whole thing was supposed to be part of the Shield reunion.
Ah, yes, what a reunion it was, my friend.
Okay, and this reunion was... I mean, it wasn't a bad idea.
In theory, it wasn't.
Okay, it wasn't a bad idea. Everybody was for it. It just, for some reason...
It was God telling them not to do it.
I guess.
They made Roman...
I don't want to say that.
Recap. Let's quickly recap how this Shield reunion went. First, they made their dramatic, like, standing side by side together. That's nice. Then at the TLC event, Roman Reigns got sick. So that squashed it and made Kurt Angle part of the team. Then, after they finally had... The only time they was noteworthy was when they fought the New Day, when they actually teamed up together. Yes, I know they fought Sheamus, Cesaro, and The Miz on Raw, but the real noteworthy one was when they fought the New Day. And now Ambrose is injured indefinitely.
In hindsight, this is more like the Shield featuring Jason Jordan and Kurt Angle
and Triple H.
And Triple H and Samoa Joe, because in one of the live events, one of the live events, Samoa Joe did put on the vest. So
this was something. It was like anybody can beat a Shield, even you can beat a Shield.
Yeah. So
ridiculous.
It's like, it wasn't a bad idea, and I'm pretty sure that it was one of those things where, I mean, because apparently the Shield shirt, the new Shield shirts, is actually a hot seller in WWE.
Well,
stuff.
Well, but there's one thing outselling it though.
Oh yeah, there's a couple of things outselling it. I mean, it's one of the highest shirts. I'm not saying it's the highest shirt.
Well, no. Actually, put in perspective, there is the second highest selling shirt right now. If I go on the website.
Oh really? But at the same time, it's like, so it's not. They got their money. Okay, they got their money.
The whole point that was just to sell the TLC pay-per-view. That was literally the whole purpose.
But
it's just to sell that pay-per-view.
But it's just the fact of there's just a lot of things happened that was just bad timing. That was just like, Yeah.
It makes Rollins like, where does Rollins go from here? I mean, I guess this is the plan right now, but like seriously, where does Rollins go from here?
I really don't know.
Let's just now this is me long-term Brickley. Let's just think for a second here. Let's just pretend like, okay, WrestleMania comes, Roman actually beats Brock Lesnar, which I feel like that's more and more the case, and he's now Universal Champion. Who does Roman Reigns feud with? Because he pretty much beating everybody on his way going up there. There's only like one name that pops in my mind, but that's going to require one of them to turn heel, which is Braun Strowman. That's it.
Yeah,
so it's
true.
like, that's my point. Unless Rollins is turning heel, I think the original intention was Ambrose was going to turn heel. Could have been something completely different now.
Actually, to tell you the truth, I feel like the only person right now, and I feel like he would be deserving for this, will be The Miz.
And you know what? I wouldn't be shocked if they actually hold him off of TV until then. Because it'll be hard for them to do that, but
okay, The Miz is not really supposed to be back. Like he's done filming.
Yeah, he's not gonna be back until probably when the Mixed Match Challenge actually starts.
I was gonna say that or Royal Rumble, but yeah, you're right. He is part of the mismatch.
So he has to be back eventually. It's just the question is when.
Wait, how many months is Maurice?
That's a good question. He announced that they were pregnant all the way back in like early November.
Was it November?
No, October. Early October. My bad.
I was gonna say
early October. So
okay, so she's definitely nowhere near due.
Yeah, so they can still. So he can do WrestleMania more than likely.
Like, but I would think that he won't show up. Because he is part of the Miss Tag the Miss Tag challenge.
So he's not going to do all those if he goes that far in the tournament.
But he could. I would think that he will show up for Royal Rumble.
I can definitely see that. Will he win the Royal Rumble? There's a lot of people. There's only. I'm kidding myself. I was like, there's a lot of people. I
don't think he's going
to. Who's
going
to win? There's only one fucking person who's winning. Because I guess they think it's a joke. Because they're like, well, it happened once in Philadelphia. Sometimes people like the sequel. Roman Reigns winning again.
My friend's going to that show, and I told him you might want to leave early.
Because Roman Reigns is gonna win, and it's like, of course he is. Because why not? Because this worked so well last time they did it in the same city.
You might want to.
It's like, well, it worked so well before. But yeah,
I mean, I'm going to NXT, and so at least I get to
see you take over. That's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, I'm actually going to take a picture of the Wells Fargo Center. Before it gets burnt to the ground.
Yeah, this is the last shot of the Wells Fargo Center the day before. Because when Roman fucking wins the. Well, let's just. You know what? Here's what will tell me, even though I'm kidding myself. That's the only way he might not be in unless he gets his rematch at the Royal Rumble if he does drop the title. But then again, that didn't stop him this past year from entering at number 30.
I'm going to say, like, that doesn't.
That'd be shit.
No.
It's just, oh man, it's really gonna happen, right? Not only he's gonna win, but for the 4th consecutive year in a row, he's worse than John Cena. He's gonna main event WrestleMania.
Well, I told you before, they had a long-term thing for him.
Of course, this whole long-term thing was, of course, always gonna be Roman and fucking Brock Lesnar. I don't know why he think this is like the David and Goliath battle we all want. Now, in a world where like Roman Reigns wasn't booed, then sure. This would seem like an intriguing match or saga, but that's not the case here whatsoever.
Sure.
Brock Lesnar is going to be the biggest babyface yet again heading into WrestleMania.
Babyface.
Yeah.
You mean?
Yeah, well, yeah, but yeah, they might as well turn for all. No, for all honesty, I'm just saying, like realistically, WWE, if you're doing this again, Flip the roles. Let Roman Reigns be the heel. And he'll have justification doing it because he couldn't beat Brock. The last time these two were in the ring, Brock Lesnar actually pinned Roman Reigns.
True, but they cannot have him be heel. That's not Vince McMahon's long term.
Well, he is already technically a heel anyway.
Yeah, you're right, but it's
not. He is in theory. He is. It's not about the crowd boost. Just have the way his character acts. He's already heel. Remember, he tried to kill Braun Strowman just because he lost.
Yeah, no, but like I said, he's not in Vince McMahon's long term.
Like thought of him turning heel. It's like madness, madness. Yeah. But yeah, that was Raw. So how do you want to do this? Do you want to talk about New Japan real quick, or did you want to take a break? Then,
well, let's get into New Japan because I don't want to get too in depth with New Japan, only because of the fact of the difference. Like the only way I keep up with New Japan stuff is like the certain tweets and stuff. Like I don't, because when it comes on, when you do like some of these shows and it's aired, when it comes on, I'm asleep.
Well, like, yeah, because it's early in the morning. It's like 3:00 in the morning for us.
Yeah, like okay, so New Japan. So Wrestle Kingdom 12 is on the 4th. The 4th over there is the 3rd over here. It's 3 a.m. I can actually watch it because I'm off on the 4th. I think I got that right.
No. You're right. Japan is after. No, it's before us. I'm saying that right. Japan is before us. So basically, when it's Sunday, for example, I'll give you an example.
It's 14 hours ahead of Eastern time. Yeah. So right now it's 9:17. Saturday nights it's 3:17. No, I'm sorry. It's 9:17 right now. It's 11:17
in the morning for them.
For them. Yeah, because I can't say because Super Sentai.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Because I was literally about to use that as my example. I was like, there's one way to know is because of that.
Yeah, but at the same time, Sentai and Kamen Rider doesn't come on this week
on Sundays anymore.
No, it does.
Well, isn't it about to change? Oh, but it's not changing the time slot or something.
They changed the time slot to 9:30.
Okay, whatever. Like it makes a fucking difference.
Well, all right. Hold on. We'll get to New Japan in a second. The difference is because of ratings, because they felt one, Dragon Ball Super was being shown, and they was getting beat out by Dragon Ball Super, and two, they kind of realized something that Toei probably should have realized ahead of time. Some of our kids are still sleeping around 7 a.m.
in the morning. Yeah,
in the morning. You know, sometimes did kids who legit like these shows, but they don't want to wake up in the morning to do it. So now they put it on 9:30, 9 o'clock and 9:30. Also, they switched it around for the first time in years because it used to be Sentai then Kamen Rider, but now it's Kamen Rider Sentai.
I guess they feel as though Kamen Rider can make people still watch. Again, Kamen Rider isn't the one really suffering; it's Super Sentai. I guess they feel as though Kamen Rider can help.
Although I will say this, Build is an excellent show right now. Like it's really good. I'm loving.
That's why I said. So I think I guess they think, okay, this show is probably gonna help.
Yeah, but also at the same time, Q Ranger is holding his own.
Like the idea of it was interesting to begin with, and now it's an interesting show.
I'm liking. I haven't gotten to the point of with Q Ranger. I haven't got to a point where I'm like, okay, I'm falling asleep on this. This is stupid. No, Q Ranger has and I feel like the main reason why is because every single person on that team has a story to tell, and they do tell it. Yeah.
So, who would have thought like a bigger team like that with 9 Rangers? Who would have thought that?
Actually, there's more than 9.
Well, now, well, I'm talking the base.
Yeah,
the base
12.
was 9, but yeah, now it's 12.
Yeah, but like everyone has a single story to tell. Like every single person has like a different story arc. But now I feel like all those major story arcs are done, and they're now getting to the point of this is the end because this is December. Next month is the last month, and they already announced the new Rangers that's coming out. So they're just
the Lupin people, the Lupin and the that should be interesting.
Yeah, I feel like that's gonna be interesting because of the fact that it's new. This is
something
a
completely different. Yeah,
I mean, yes. There's once again, this is police, but you also have thieves. They're not quite evil, but they're not quite for justice either. They're kind of doing this on their own. But anyway,
they're in there. Yeah, back to New Japan. I know we can talk about.
That's another podcast that we'll do later on sometime. But back to New Japan. So, like I said, I'm going to be
card,
pull up the card because I'm going to be awake for this. I'm going to come home from work. I'm gonna see if I can probably get some snacks or whatever. We'll come home from work. I'm gonna take a deep, long nap, like just nap, and and then I'm going to probably wake up because I have a thing from where if I take a nap, I'm usually can stay up pretty long. And especially if I don't have to work. Like I'm actually like tired right now as I really wanted to take a nap. But at the same time, I wanted to take a nap, but at the same time, it's like I can't because if I take a nap now, we'll be up half the night, and then I'm going to be struggling to wake up tomorrow morning to go to work. So I'm like, no, I pretty much had to hold myself, not taking a nap and stuff. Wednesday when I come home from work, I'm taking a nap. I'm probably going to sleep from like 3 o'clock to like 7:30, 8 o'clock, just because. And then I'm going to be up for the rest of the night. We'll probably play some games just to keep myself awake a little longer. Probably watch something. And then as soon as 3 o'clock comes, I'm going to turn on the stream. Hopefully, I get a good one, and I'm going to go ahead attempt to watch all of it, or at least watch most of it, and then the rest I'll just like catch it on a different whim, because it does go to like 6, 7 o'clock in the morning.
Well, based on the card, it seems like, to be completely honest with you, there's only like 3 matches worth watching.
Yeah, there's 3 matches worth watching, but they won't happen until later. They will. I don't know if you have you ever watched a full New Japan card?
No.
Yeah, they will give you I won't say the BS because there's a lot of good matches too, but those 3 matches that you're talking about, which is most likely Okada versus Naito.
Yeah.
We have Okada versus Naito. You have Jericho versus Kenny Omega. I know one of them is Kenta Ibushi versus Cody Rhodes or Cody.
Yeah, that was like literally the 3 matches.
The 3 matches, yeah. Now you also have Will Ospreay versus
the Fatal 4-Way.
Yeah, the Fatal 4-Way. Will Ospreay, Kushida, Moy Squall, and who's the 4th? I forget who's the 4th. It's another. And
I just added up. Marty Scurll,
Ospreay, Kushida, and
Himaru.
Yeah, Himaru. I'm gonna say who's the guy with? I couldn't think of his name. He's the one with Daryl. Daryl with the cat. So you have that. Other than that, then you have the junior you have the junior heavyweight, tag team, the junior heavyweight tag team belts. The Young Bucks is in it because he says this is their, I think, 6th or 7th straight that they're in a match of this caliber for Wrestle Kingdom, where they either go in as champions or they're
going out.
Yeah, either going in the champions, defending their belts, or they have to fight to get the belts.
Well, it
Whatever,
shows
it's like
how
the second
popular
time.
they actually are.
Then I know it's like the heavyweight champion. I keep hearing this rumor that War Machine is leaving.
Yeah, to WWE, I did hear about
I
that.
keep hearing that. I'm like, I mean, they would have to drop. Aren't they the champions?
I'm
Oh
gonna look
no,
here.
actually no. The champions is, if I can remember right, I think the champions is Davey Boy Smith and some other dude
Yeah,
from
Lance
Chaos.
Archer,
Yeah, from Chaos.
who were both in WWE for a short period of time.
Yeah, but but I think War Machine's on that card to for the heavyweight tag team titles. You do have your junior heavyweights, then you have your heavyweights, and then they'll give you like your warm up matches, which is most likely going to be someone like Joseph Liger, Tiger Mask, maybe Tiger Mask W, because they did have that one year where they actually had Tiger Mask W, the anime version of Tiger Mask versus the anime version of Black Tiger Mask, which was really just um which was really just ACH playing Black Tiger Mask and Kento Ibushi. It was, it is actually pretty amazing how far Kento Ibushi has went from where, yeah, because Kento Ibushi was Tiger Mask W when they had Tiger Mask W, then Tiger Mask W match. Because it's pretty funny when you look at. I remember the card because it was like, we're going to have Tiger Mask W versus Black Tiger Mask from the same cartoon, and you're like, how? And some people were thinking like, what, did they draw this match specifically for New Japan? No, they actually had the cartoon drawing as a mask, which I think they did. It looked good. Like, it didn't look like regular Tiger Mask. It looked like the cartoon version of Tiger
I
Mask
think they did that
mask.
on purpose.
Yeah, but and it looked good. But behind the mask was Kento Ibushi. He played that Tiger
Interesting.
Mask, and the person who played Black Tiger Mask, because as racist as it is, because Black Tiger Mask, who can we get who's black, who can actually do? Oh, I know. How about ACH? Because at the time he was signed with Ring of Honor, and plus they was going to have Jay Lethal do it, but apparently Jay Lethal he won the belt. So he was in another match at the time. I think he was still Ring of Honor champion at the time, or Ring of Honor TV champion, and they was defending that at Wrestle Kingdom. So they had to find another black guy to do it, and they quickly signed ACH.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so pretty much what I mean is they're going to have other matches before they lead up to those other those three matches.
They said, well, yeah, Black Area Gaming says it's a 7-hour show. Is that usually the case?
Yeah, if you if you think WWE puts on something when they do like Wrestlemania and they do this, they they hype it up with they do hype it up with New Japan. Like, they have like pre-show. They have a pre-show before the pre-show before the pre-show, and so forth and so forth.
Jesus. No.
But it's all good though at the same time.
Yeah, well, yeah, but like, come on. That sounds terrible.
Hey, well,
like, no. Pre-show. Hell, our fucking pre-shows, I used to be skipping them sometimes. I'd be missing the match because, like, fuck this. I don't need this.
I mean, you don't have to, but I'm just saying, like that's. I'll tell you what. Later on, I'll tell you a site that you might be able to just watch it.
Okay.
You usually skip all that and then just go straight to the actual thing.
Gotcha. All right. But yeah, I guess I guess we can predict the three main matches.
We were supposed to do our predictions. So I'm just going to do 4. Because of the junior heavyweight match. I want to say, and as much as I kind of hate this because I am a Bullet Club fan, I don't think this is going to be all Bullet Club's nights like usual. I have a feeling of that. I think Kenny Omega is going to win his match, obviously, but for some reason, okay, I'll say it like this: Kenny Omega is going to win his match. I think the Young Bucks is going to win their match. Their tag title match. I think Marty Scurll is going to lose his belts to either the guy with Daryl, I can't think of his name, the guy with the puppet, or maybe Ospreay.
Yeah.
And I want to say Cody Rhodes is going to win against Ibushi, but there's really nothing to this match anymore now that Cody Rhodes is not the champion. Because apparently that match was supposed to be for the Ring of Honor belts, but now that Cody Rhodes is not the champion anymore, it's just a match now. So, but I think Cody Rhodes might actually win that one.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking too. Yeah, since Cody Rhodes is not the champion, I feel like now Kota Ibushi can actually win.
Yeah. And
no, yeah, you're right. I can see that.
And I kind of think that Naito, this is going to be Naito's year this year. I think he's going to be Okada. Because Naito has had one of the longest. There's actually like a small documentary on YouTube called "The Fall and Rise of Naito." Because you know the story of him, right?
Not really.
Okay, so pretty much, long story short, Naito tried to do things for the fans, and they did not care. Like they really did not care for him and stuff. No matter how many times he tried to be he tried to be like the baby face person. Like yes, the whole eye thing. And that the whole eye thing that he got that when he was in Mexico because he Mexicans was making fun of him being the fact of making fun of the fact he's Asian, so he did the whole Chinese eyes, that kind of thing. So he did that. He kind of like got smart with one of the fans and started doing this. And most people like I can see into the future and whatever, blah blah blah. No, he just did that as a mocking the Mexican people for mocking him, and he just used that to his advantage. And now here he is now. But people did not care for him and stuff. Like he can do whatever he wanted to do as a baby face, and people just like, man, it's just Naito. So one day he just says, you know what? Fuck it. I'm sick and tired of trying to please y'all. I am sick and tired of going out here and putting on these. And he's an excellent wrestler, but y'all don't care about me. Like I don't. You know what? I don't need y'all to cheer me. I don't need y'all to do shit for me. I'm doing things for myself, and not everybody wants to cheer for him.
Could be fine. I guess they realize their talents.
And it's like, but he's like, I don't care. Like the whole thing with him throwing the IWG Intercontinental belt. But that's right. There's another match with Tanahashi. Yeah, Tanahashi and Tanahashi somebody else. I can't figure who. But
Jay White. Somebody named Jay White.
Jay White. I think it's Ring of Honor.
I never heard of him.
But no, yeah. So like he was the Intercontinental wrestler champion. He used okay. I know who he is. Okay, I seen. I just googled him real quick. It's going to be I won't say it's going to be an easy match, but he's not going to win. But yeah, he is Ring of Honor. But yeah, he used to take that belt. You just look at it like, okay, fine, and just throw it. Just out of nowhere, just like, yeah, I'm the champion. So the fuck what? Meh. He kept doing it.
Not carrying attitude.
Yeah, but he kept doing it to the part that he broke the belt.
Mm.
They had to make a new belt. Like,
was it on purpose?
Well, like hell with his character, I don't care. So he just throws the belt. But it's the fact of how many times you kept throwing it that he actually broke it.
Yeah.
Like it was a crack in one of the side plates and stuff. So they had to get that fixed. There was around the time when they also it was around the same time when they also had to he dropped it back to Tanahashi, but it was just a fact of like yeah. Anything. He actually almost did it to the he won the G1 trophy. The G1 trophy is pretty much there, like Money in the Bank, somewhat. So like he could have. So like since he won that, he's now automatically the number one contender to face whoever the champion. He almost broke the trophy, but he changed his mind. He almost picked up the trophy and almost threw it, but like, you know what? No, I'm gonna savor this one. But just remember, I really don't care. So yes, that's that whole thing. But I think this year is going to be his year.
And what
2018.
about
I mean,
what about the Chris Jericho and Omega match?
I think Omega's going to win that.
Yeah, because I just can't realistically see Jericho winning. As far as I'm concerned, he's contracted to the SmackDown Live roster.
Well, no. But here's the thing: he can do whatever he wants to. I mean, hell, but hell, you want to talk about people put like WWE putting people on their 25th anniversary. Chris Jericho states to come to the 25th anniversary show.
Damn.
Okay, so like so there's that. So if there was any speculation of, well, wait, did Chris Jericho just leave for New Japan Pro? No, he didn't leave New Japan Pro. He actually is going to be on the Raw thing.
Interview, yeah. The interview Triple H versus McMahon. Triple H was talking, basically he told us about Jerry. They was like, yeah, go ahead, because basically as the way they look at it, as the WWE guy representing us, it's big in Japan. That's how they look at it.
Not only that, but he's also trying to get also the whole rumor is that he's trying to get some New Japan people to wrestle in the Sea of Honor.
Oh yeah, for his thing, yeah.
So it's kind of the I scratch your back, you scratch my kind of thing.
Yeah, which is fair because this is bringing New Japan a lot of publicity. So, and there's probably new people that probably wouldn't even know what the hell what you call it even existed.
Yeah. So yeah, but other than that, Wrestle Kingdom 12, the true Wrestlemania, as some people like to call it, I totally agree with them. It's going to look good. That match right there, I think is going to be. I won't say it's going to be as good as any of the Omega Okada matches, but it's going to be good because Chris Jericho can actually, he can still go.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He can legit still go, but I mean, don't let the age get to you. And I feel like that, I feel like this is going to be a good match. That's pretty much all I'm going
to say. No, it is, though. It is. What you call it? Okay, so any final thoughts on New Japan before we
No,
either
pretty much it.
I mean, what we want to do, man? You want to take a break, or you just want to just finish off everything?
That's up to you, sir. You're the
I
Actually, you know what? Let's take a quick break. I do. I'm gonna run to the bathroom.
Yeah, yeah, no problem, man. Quick break, and we will be right back. All right, I am back, guys. As wait till Ron shows up. Yeah, sorry about that. And sorry, guys, if I seemed like I was like dozing off for part of the podcast. I'll tell you, it was two specific reasons why. One of them, I wasn't really dozing off.
I was just talking too much.
Looking at the chat. No, Ron. It wasn't even actually you, but it does have something to concern you though, because I was looking at the chat and some guy who I thought just a normal person just came to view the show. I guess you must have said something, and then, well, I moderated the chat, so he got timed out for 300 seconds. He said, "No swearing, bad fat black boy."
Oh, I didn't see. I actually didn't look at.
Yeah, no, because the second he said, I noticed it, so I blocked it.
Oh, okay.
You
want to know how? You want to know how much I don't care for people.
I know, but it's like, yeah, I know. But it's like
and I kind of wish I did see that, because I would have just said, "I'm a grown man. I can do what I want."
I know it's like, but still, even that, there's like no need for that though. It's
but you're right. But you're right. At the same time, no need for me to retaliate. But at the same time,
I was talking about I was talking about like there's no need for him to say that.
Oh no, there's not. Here's something that before we get back to the wrestling thing, here's something that I've actually noticed from other wrestling podcasts that I do watch other stuff. Believe it or not, we draw, and it's not just wrestling podcasts. Remember, I also do commentary, on other channels and stuff like that. But here's some things I've realized: a lot of people from a lot of different countries watch stuff. If you was to hashtag a certain thing, like for instance, I'm pretty sure you probably hashtag WWE.
Well, yeah, obviously,
this, right? So this could be someone right now browsing through. Then I'm about to say then the webs, but pretty much that's what it is. Somebody could be browsing through, and as for they see our podcast, and they say, "Oh, they're talking about WWE. I'm a huge WWE fan. Let's go in there and see what they're talking about." And they walk right into our podcast, which is fine. We always recommend people to come in to listen to us. Any other podcast you decide to choose us, and we appreciate that.
I know, that really says a lot too. Yeah,
but here's the thing: there are a lot of people who don't necessarily like, right. So remember when we had that one person who came in and was asking us questions like, "What era of WWE do you like?" Mine's the Attitude Era. And remember what I told you, that when someone asks you that question, the best answer is just to say yes, because no matter what you might think, no matter oh well, I like this era more, or like that. If your answer is not the Attitude Era, then they don't agree with you. Wrong, and that's a fight that people will, legit take with them on their hands, and most people just don't feel like dealing with that. So, for most people, it's the same as that thing goes for, like, I've seen it for, like, I have a friend. I mean, I'm not going to say call him a friend because not we know each other, but it's someone that I follow on YouTube who I have talked to. He's a cosplayer. His name is, you might have heard of him, Chris Katana.
Oh yeah, I'm subscribed.
Shout out to him, Chris Katana.
I'm subscribed to him. Yeah.
Yeah, he does a whole bunch of cosplaying videos and stuff over in the Philippines. And he's said this before as well, from where you think people, you think everybody is a fan of his, and is not really the case. There are actually some people who really criticize him and stuff because Power Rangers don't do stuff like this, or I look better in this suit, or if when he does his like with his friends, because apparently there's a Power Rangers Philippines group and whatever, they make their own stuff, and yes, some of their helmets don't necessarily look like the show helmets. Who fucking cares? The fact that you went on to, the fact of them going on to do that on their own has more talent than what I can do.
Exactly.
Okay, just because it doesn't look like the show version of said helmet doesn't necessarily mean that they're a poor artist, because they can do better than what you can do by other than just sitting there on your computer writing YouTube comments. Okay, so meanwhile you took the time to go to this man's page and criticize him for one stupid thing, but you're still giving him views.
At the end of the day, that's why he gets like million views of all his like those types of videos.
The man's
up too.
Yeah, the man's up to 4 million views now. You're still giving the man views.
I know, yeah. So
okay, it's the same as that thing goes for us.
Good for him.
Listen, we are adults. We're going to curse. That's what adults usually do. If you don't like it, then try to find a family-friendly WWE podcast. But I can tell you this now: there's no such thing.
There's no such thing. I know.
Okay.
What WWE podcast?
There's no.
There's only like there are none.
All right, because you might think so, but at the end of the day, there's probably. I mean, if there is a family friendly one, hey, more power to them. But no, you're not going to find a family friendly. Number one, WWE being family friendly, but you're not going to find a family friendly podcast of WWE. You're not going to find one from us either. I might let off a couple of curse words here and there. I might just let off some in the next 30 seconds for all I know.
No, like we're all over the age of 18 now, okay. So it's like, come on, man. What the fuck? I'm not being hell. Wrestling itself on YouTube is already deemed advertised or unfriendly. Yeah. So us not cursing on here isn't gonna. Us not cursing on here is not gonna change the fact that it's still not unfriendly. So it was like, well, okay. So why would I even still conform to this then?
There's another thing too, and in the thing that I do, why I do my streaming and stuff and whatnot. They always give me there is a running joke and whatever, and I kind of proved them wrong for once last night. There's a running joke with me because of how vulgar I can get or stuff like that, and because I keep telling them, hey, I don't want to put me on the mic. I don't know what I might say. But there's always a saying of after 9 o'clock, that's when I can start doing things. Okay, fine. But because I've said some things on the stream that's like, it's after 9 o'clock, I guess I can get away with it now. But last night we had a kid there, a 4-year-old, which I kind of think was not the best idea to have a kid at a land center where she can run around and jump around and get in people's ways and stuff like that. Doesn't even hear nor there. But just because the kid was there, I had to not play that 9 o'clock rule, which means I had to not say any curse words. I might let off a couple of F-bombs here and there, but it's not the usual stuff that I usually do. And everybody was like, well, Ryan, it's past 9 o'clock. How come you couldn't do it? Because there's a kid here.
Exactly.
It's called being respectful. And yes, I can be respectful at times. But as I said earlier, I'm also an adult. I can curse as much as I want to. The only reason why I probably haven't cursed is because my mom's still awake and she doesn't like me cursing. She hears me play games. She hates when I curse. So, but other than that, it's like I said, if you want a family-friendly, non-cursing podcast, yeah, you're at the wrong one. Thanks for giving us the views, but sorry we couldn't, help you with that.
Whatever, yeah. I know you're gonna like us or you're not. It doesn't. At the end of the day, we mainly do this podcast just to voice our opinions on what we thought about this week, and no pun intended, this week in wrestling.
Yeah.
And if people comment, sure.
And you know what the sad part is?
What?
The sad part is I don't have. Usually I have the chat up. I didn't have the chat up. So
yeah. It's always when you don't. I don't know, but it's always when you don't have the chat. But yeah, that's what I was mainly doing that whole time. I was just moderating. He was saying, so I was like, okay, yo, man.
Yes, but yeah, so like, pretty much, I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't care.
Yeah, it's just he's timed out, but I guess he's going now. I mean, I didn't block. I don't block people unless you give me a reason to. I just timed you out because it was like.
Also, another thing before we get back to it, another thing that I realized, people from others, because by the way you said that, I can pretty much tell you that he's not from America.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time, they're from overseas.
Bad fat black boy. Yeah, that's how he said it. Bad fat, bad fat black boy. Yeah, that's not. That wouldn't even. Yeah, I wouldn't word it like that. So it was out. Yeah.
Yeah,
that was weird.
But it doesn't hurt. Sticks and stones.
No, yeah, and you're right.
Sticks and stones may break my bones, but I can take the same sticks and stones and hit you with it too.
That is true. All right, on to the lighter things like SmackDown. First things first, Dan Bryan came out. He regarded the whole issue with the United States title. He tried contacting Dolph Ziggler. He had no mention, so as far as he concerned,
which I kind of want to talk about that.
Talk about that?
Yeah. Do you think that Dolph? Because apparently the word is that Dolph Ziggler is done. That that's the SmackDown episode was his last episode.
No, bull. Because they wouldn't put so much effort. No. I'm gonna tell you why that's the case. That's not the case. You think they would be acknowledging this? They would never even give him the title. What out of every title by that lot, they would have gave him the Intercontinental title as his last title because he's more prominent with that title. The United States title only won once.
Yeah, you're right, but it's just a fact of like apparently there's the thing that's going around that this was it.
No, what they're doing. You want me to tell you why that's not the case? Because he's at the live event. He was actually at, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on, I was going to confirm what I'm about to say here.
Because apparently Bubba Ray Dudley said something about it.
No, he doesn't know what he's talking about. He's gonna be kept off of TV to play this storyline up. I'm telling you.
I mean, I can see that. I can see that happening too, and stuff. Because what I feel like, what happened with this whole thing is this is how good I am. I'm going to drop my belt, and someone else is going to be the champion, and I'm going to come back and I'm going to beat them and be champion again. That's just to show you how good I am. That's how I feel like that's what he's doing.
I feel like, and again, I feel like what's going to happen, whoever wins, let's just say Bobby Roode for the sake of it, he's going to come back with a brand new United States title. And they're going to say the undisputed United States champion thing. I see it. This was probably their way of finally introducing. Because let's face it, the United States title, you know how long we had that design? Since the inception of that title. You know how long we had the design of that United States title?
You know, and somebody they keep saying that they're going to change that design. I'll see when I believe it, because this was been changed like so many times. I don't even know anymore.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, that title's been there since 2002. Yes, but that is literally the same title that's been around since 2002.
Yeah.
So I guess it's time for an update.
So you think he's going to do like the CM Punk where, well, I can't say the CM Punk because only thing he really did was he.
Because the difference was
he left, but he came back with the belts. There's 2 belts.
No, the difference was the title was never vacated. Vince McMahon just said we had to crown a new WWE champion. The title was never vacated. So
yeah. You're right.
That's that's different. They probably literally said the title is vacated. So I could just see having Dolph Ziggler comes back and just with a brand new title. That he calls himself like the undisputed United States. I can see him doing it. No, it's just Dolph Ziggler's way. This is finally giving him the time off he deserves and let this tournament play out for like the next 4 weeks because actually I didn't even realize this to actually look at the brackets. The tournament ends at the Royal Rumble.
Yeah. Also, something that I didn't know. Apparently, and what you call it, been making. I'm liking that the fact that he's doing this. Is actually? Let me start by saying my good close personal friend is Xavier Woods.
Mm-hmm.
as if you saw the picture on Friday, or a couple weeks ago, where I've met him.
Yeah.
By the way, just do not get too far off on that. But let me just say,
no, go ahead.
He's a cool person to meet, and the whole gamer stuff. Some people think that that's like a ruse, that he's not all about that.
Why would that not? Why would that?
Some people legit think that he's not all about that.
Out of everything, he could have made a YouTube channel of he decided to make game because, like, that makes no sense.
Yeah, some people call him a fake. Trust me, he's not a fake. I will say this though, he's kind of sucks in second. but he did beat somebody that I know. I would call him a friend, but not really. But he did beat him. But then again, that guy's a scrub too.
A scrub.
But his king, I'll say it like this, and I know Xavier's not watching, but somebody might clip this. Xavier probably would have got his ass whooped if I faced him, and I tried to face him. He just didn't pick me. I was downstairs. I was a guy with the battle jacket who had his controller in his hand, wanting to face Xavier Woods, but I kept getting passed over by other people. And if I did face him, I'm pretty sure I would be his king, because his king is good, but it's predictable. At the same time, he does make the mention of, "Hey, listen, I'm actually have a full-time job. I don't play games like y'all do." but But also, with that said, he beat my ass in Puzzle Fire. um, like I thought I had him, and he just did some. He did like 5 moves on me that was just like, oh, I can't get out of this. Oh, this is bad. Oh yeah, I'm done. So that happened. But then my friend, Fu, Mr. Fu, also knows Kondo. He also seen him on Family Feud a couple of months ago. He owns his own DDR machine. Like, he's legit his own DDR machine. He bought this, and as you know, Xavier Woods is a huge DDR fan as well. Hold on. I've reluctantly want to bring this up, but at the same time, I don't know if we have time.
No, I mean, I have to go to work until 2:00 in the afternoon. So by all means, go ahead.
All right, so let me go to his page and see if it's on here, and then I'll do the screen share thing to show you what it is. We'll get back. Well, Smackdown was.
Well, it's still his Smackdown because Xavier Woods. So I mean, he was about to be mentioned right after this.
Yeah, because of the match anyway. Not to also mention to the fact that this has to be shown because this was amazing, and the fact of me being there for it, I was downstairs for this happening. Let's see. Yeah, it's just, well, it's the only video. Okay, so all right, so give me a second.
Take your time, man.
Share. Okay.
It is Xavier.
Okay, so you probably can't hear. You can see it, right?
Yeah, I see it right there, Xavier.
Okay, so if you can see it, you're choosing, but you can't hear it. You probably can't hear it, can you?
No, I don't hear anything.
All right, so let me just fast forward.
Oh, damn, his dance moves.
I said,
why was he there to begin with, if I may ask?
okay, so as you know, the weekend of the seventh, it was the NEC, which is the tournament, one of the fighting game tournaments here in East Coast. It was December. Yes, he turned on him. If you look at him, this is how good my friend Fu is, by the way.
Uh-huh.
The weekend of the 15th to the 17th was NEC.
Mm-hmm.
The weekend of the 17th was also Clash of Champions.
Yes.
Which is also in Boston.
Okay, so it just made sense.
Yeah, so Austin Creed had to go to Boston anyway, and he knows the guy who runs the tournament, Aaron Smalls, also known as Big E, because he knows him from the tournaments they have down south, and Big E will travel down south to help him out. So he talked him into it. Like, that's the guy you just saw. His name was Big E.
Yeah.
So he just pretty much just told him. They just told him, "Hey, you should come up to here one of our tournaments one day." Blah blah blah. Like, yeah, sure. I actually have a free day before I go to
Clash of Champions.
Clash of Champions. So this is the Friday night. By the way, that's his girlfriend.
Interesting.
Or wife or whatever. I will say this.
Exclusive here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I will say this. He looks just like Paige.
I am just saying.
She looks just like Paige. It's
how convenient.
Okay, is this? I'm trying to think. What's the one that he pretty much just gave up? Okay. Oh, this one. All right, so just watch him. Like I said, he knows. My friend is amazing in DDR. Okay.
It looked like he has like ultra instinct, like he's just moving with the.
He's playing a particular song backwards.
Why?
He's not even looking at that's how good it is. You see me in the background with my barrel jacket and stuff.
How does he know?
Because he plays the song so many times. He knows the song.
Oh, that's why he's even recording it.
Yeah, he's even recording it. He's actually put it on his Instagram / Snapchat, whatever, and it's on his Facebook page and stuff. But he's playing the song because he knows the song by heart. He's playing it like without even looking at the screen. So he's pretty much showing him up. By the way, this is not my footage. Like, I'm like, if you see me, I'm doing it on my end.
So obviously that's not.
Yeah, but we always say, stop the damn match. He has a family.
That's you.
but like he's playing it like he's pretty much styling on him right now.
Yeah, look at him.
He's just like, just look at this dude. Just watch the end.
Oh, Xavier Woods' face. Xavier Woods' face. I saw his face too. Damn. I know. I saw his face.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So.
Well, first off, man, I was gonna say that's amazing. Though, first of all, you met a WWE superstar. That's even amazing.
Yeah.
Like, and again, just interact with. Well, first, that tells me a lot of things. That tells me that the New Day must have a lot of leeway right now to do what they want.
Many WWE stars can actually do it. See, everyone has a day off that they can do whatever they want, as long as you don't get in trouble and as long as you can make it to the next show.
Yeah.
Okay, like you can do whatever you want. Like, for instance, I have Aleister Black on Instagram. Aleister Black just got a new tattoo.
Well, the NXT superstars can do whatever they want. We can only film like once a month. Anyway,
yeah, but they also do house shows.
Well, true,
and everything. But they have the free time as well. But they do also have the free time as well. But at the same time, it's like, well, he just got a new tattoo. Although he did say this is probably going to be the last one he gets for a while because this one was actually pretty painful. And he says maybe because I'm just getting older and stuff, and the excitement of me getting tattoos when I was younger versus now has gone down. But he's like, it's probably going to be a while before I get any more tattoos because this one hurts. It wasn't really a big one, but it was just like it kind of hurts. But anyway, so here's the backlives of WWE superstars. Sorry to the kid who doesn't like me cursing, who probably doesn't know what kayfabe is, but they have lives too. They want to live their lives. Not everything revolves around wrestling to them. They know how to turn off. If they want to go and have a couple of days off, they will have a couple of days off before they have to go to the next show. Xavier Woods had a couple of days off. He did leave that Saturday morning. And actually, true story on this, he was on my floor. So I wake up with my roommate already at 11. He went to go eat breakfast with some friends of his. So I just woke up. It was like 9:15, whatnot. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and get dressed because my tournament doesn't start at 2. But I'm gonna get dressed. I'm gonna get my badge now. I'm gonna come back upstairs, rest up a little bit more, then get dressed and make my way down here. So I put my sweatpants on where I slept in, and everything. Got my shoes on. I got my room. Went to the elevator because my room. If this is my room, the elevator is right there. Like it's right close to the room. I can hear. The one bad part about that is that I can hear drunk and high people coming off the elevators all fucking night because it's like loud as shit, whatever. But I come out my room and go to the elevator. It's everywhere, and his wife, girlfriend, whoever is right there. And I'm like, oh,
interesting.
I'm like, oh shit, how you doing? Like, yeah. I'm like, what was you close to here or something? Yeah, he was like, yeah, I was at 5:20. My room was 5:03. So if it goes like 5:03, 2, 1, 20, 19, 18, so forth, then if you go like we going that way, whatnot. So he was 5:20 and I was 5:03. And everything. We pretty much just came around the same time. So I was on the elevator with him, and I tried. I had to bite my lips so hard so I won't say anything about Paige. I wasn't gonna bring up Paige. It was more the fact of like
she looks exactly like
she
her.
looks exactly like her. Not like exactly.
Well, now we know maybe it was a mistake.
Look, it's not necessarily exactly like her, but let's just say he knows what he likes. I'll say it like that. Okay.
Yeah.
He knows what he likes.
Is she also British?
No, she's just a white girl who looks kind of pale. It was kind of palish, a little gothish. The difference is that she has brunette hair. But it's that look, like white but pale white.
Gotcha.
And everything. But other than that, yeah.
But yeah, either way, man, that was cool.
Yeah, so yeah,
you actually got the battle. That's actually pretty decent.
Yeah, I wish I could play him. I wish I could have played him in second, but other people got picked before me, so I'm all right.
And now you might have got put into his Instagram. Did you see that were you in his shot?
I think I was. I'm not 100% sure. I should probably look at that now since I'm on here. But other than that, but I don't want to take myself off of that because the main person of that night
was him, whoever that guy
was. My friend Mr. Fu, also known as Kundo. He's the main one of the night because as a matter of fact, I'm looking at this now, and I was.
Oh, you was interesting.
Yes.
Hey man, well, congrats! You made it to a WWE Superstars Instagram. Not a lot of other podcasters can actually say that, and you did it by complete act. Like you didn't do it intentionally.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is pretty cool though.
Yeah, I was. I'm just looking at it now, but yeah. Other than that, it's just the fact of like it was fun and everything, and I don't want
take away.
Yeah, I'm not taking away from the fact of him because it's his machine. The only thing I can say is, hey, I'm the one that helped bring the machine inside the venue. I usually help him out with that anyway. Every time we go to a venue or anything, he always
wait. So that's actually his thing.
That's his actual machine.
How much does that cost?
How much did you get that for? Like 500 or?
That's not bad.
Because funny story about that. So he was. I don't play rhythm games. I suck at DDR. But the rhythm games I do play, it's like the hand motion ones. So there's a game like called Ju Beat or Neon FM and stuff. I play those type of games. They're nothing like the DDR, but he considers those as rhythm games. So I'm in a rhythm game chat / group and everything. And it's always been a dream of his to actually own a DDR machine. And one day, and I remember this clearly. So one day, um, I remember him saying, "I'm gonna buy this DDR machine, whatever, and whatnot, blah blah blah. Can someone help me help me pick it up, whatever?" I remember him saying it, but I just went to sleep afterwards. I took a nap. So then I woke up and I'm just checking everything. I'm checking all the text messages. I saw that he texted me a couple of times. I'm like, oh shit, sorry. So I ended up, and I saw him calling me. I'm like, all right, fine. So I called him, and I was like, yeah, where was you at a couple of hours ago? I was like, dude, I was asleep. I had a long day at work. I was up. Like, dude, I needed your help. Like, why was wrong? I bought a DDR machine. I need your help taking it on the truck. I'm like, you actually bought the machine? Like, yeah, you saw me posting on the thing. I'm like, I thought I was dreaming. like, I didn't know you actually bought it. Shit, dude. Nice, awesome. And he took now he did spend his own money on fixing it. Like some of the stuff that you see on there is not original. He had to do a lot of rewiring with the arrows. He had to buy new bars, stuff like that. He actually got I mean everything else on there is original except for like the bars. I think the wiring and some of the pads and make sure that those were working and whatnot. Everything else was the original. He also, I can't tell you that. I'll tell you that off here.
Okay.
Because I don't want to say something that someone might. Well, fuck, I'll say it. His is also a thing from where because he has got a custom PC made, and he well he has like a custom thing made. I mean, I'm sorry, from where he can swap out game disc.
Okay.
So he can swap it out. He can swap out that DDR game for another DDR game, for another DDR game, for like a custom made one, and stuff like that. And I say that because there was one that he was playing, and I was going to take a picture. And he told me not to, and I'm like, "Why?" He told me later because technically they're not allowed to have that.
That makes sense then.
Yeah.
Huh. That is actually interesting.
Yeah. So, but I'll explain a little more off the air. But other than that, yeah. So that Friday was pretty good. That was pretty cool and stuff. And if when I got off the elevator with him that Saturday, I told him, hey, he told me good luck in my tournament. I said, hey, and good luck in your match. And we all knew what happened with that. But then again, I lost in my thing, so it's not like anything happened. But yeah, it was real good and everything. And he might actually come back around. And the next time there's a WWE event that's in the East Coast, at least in around Philadelphia, and there's like a major tournament. That, if they like the next major tournament that's going to be here is in February. But I can tell you now, he's not going to be around because they are going to be here in January. So yeah, he's not going to be around here in January unless he goes to Barcade up here. Because he usually actually goes to Barcade.
Really?
Yeah, the Barcade that's in the Northeast. Stuff he goes up there a lot.
I had no idea.
Yeah, if you find an arcade that doesn't has an NBA Jam or working NBA Jam, he will be
there. You make it sound like he's like Elias Sampson, where he just travels around.
But seriously, he's pretty much what that is. Like that, he loves NBA Jam that much that he usually will go to a barcade, and if he finds a working NBA Jam, he's there.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting. I mean, I never knew. I mean, I knew Xavier Woods was a gamer, but goddamn.
Yeah, that's why I laugh when people be like, "Well, he's not really a gamer. He's just doing this for like." Trust me, the man knows his stuff. Okay, he is a gamer for real. But anyway, so that's my little thing about SmackDown. I did keep it wrestling.
No, man, it's fine. We sometimes derail anyway. So it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, this is our podcast. Not like we're sponsored. If we were sponsored, this would then
Yeah,
sure, but whatever.
but the segue does go into the fact of us talking about Xavier Woods, because the first match of
the
night. Yes, thank you. I was just reading something. I was a little surprised about it. Somebody just asked me a question on Twitter. I'm just like, wait, what? But first match was actually in what I said earlier about Raw's first hour commercial free and SmackDown's first hour commercial free.
Yeah.
It goes by this. Number one, they did segment 2. It was Daniel Bryan first coming out talking about the United States title being vacant and the fact that you're going to do a tournament, and they had Bobby Roode versus Baldwin guy.
Okay, Baron Corbin.
But Baron Corbin, thank you, and everything. But then, that's for Shelton Benjamin, Chad Gable, or as the Usos called them, Chad Gable and older
Jason Jordan.
Or Jason Jordan. That got
like
me.
Back in time or some shit. So it's like, yeah.
But
that was hilarious. But it's like, don't you find it interesting though? I don't actually recall at what point they actually turned heel. But yeah, Benjamin and Gable are heels.
I take it.
I don't recall them ever turning heels though. That's my point.
Well, let's think of it like this. You also have you also recalled the fact of the Usos turning face?
I think they turned face the day the SmackDown after Hell in a Cell because they called it truce.
Yeah,
I think that was their face turn, but I don't recall Benjamin Gable ever turning.
I feel like that's when it happened around that same time.
Yeah, you're probably right. We just probably didn't look at him as like heels, but whatever. Well, let's talk about Rusev for a second.
Yes, I was just getting to that. So then we have
the most over guy in the fucking company now.
Yes,
he is.
You can't deny the fact of how over he is. I don't know why Chicago. No, I know how it happened. I know exactly how it happened. Okay, I can tell you exactly how it happened. Number one, Aiden English is good.
He's a very good singer. He's a very good wrestler and singer.
And the fact that they paired him up with Rusev, who is actually who's getting more popular, I would say, as of late, is a good thing and stuff. And then this whole Rusev Day,
which came out of nowhere. I know it started literally only just for, filtered just for Randy Orton and Rusev at Hell in a Cell.
Yeah,
and now something completely different.
Yeah, and now it's just this thing, like, because every day is Rusev Day. And you know what's actually pretty funny about it? About that? So, the whole thing of Christmas as Rusev Day.
Yeah.
You know his birthday is Christmas?
Yeah, I didn't realize that until somebody posted that photo. It was like Merry Rusev Day. I was like, oh shit, it is.
Yeah,
birthday, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's actually his birthday. So technically, when you kind of think about
it is Rusev Day.
it,
Yeah, this whole Rusev thing, and to put in perspective how over he is, not only is the best-selling shirt on WWE.com right now, but it's currently out of stock. They won't get none until like mid-January.
yeah, I know because I kind of want one.
I know. It's just part of the club now. It's like basically the yes shirts now. Essentially. How
Yeah,
over this man is.
I'm planning on getting like a out the black shirt for when I go to NXT, but I might if there's like a buy one get one, I might get the Rusev Day joint.
It's such a basic shirt, but how did it sell out?
I don't know, man.
Like holy shit!
But like it's so and the pop that he got from
you would have
that.
thought they were the faces. You would have really thought that as soon as Aiden cleared his back, everybody lost their shit. No, I'm there. Yeah, everybody in that Chicago crowd lost their shit.
Like Chicago was
they were the fucking you would have swore they were the faces of this whole thing.
I actually really don't think there was actually a heel in this match because people did cheer for Chad Gable, Chad Gable's amazing too. So
they're allowing Gable to do what he should have been doing this whole time.
Yeah, it's kind of amazing that even though Jason Jordan is the champion right now and everything, Chad Gable is the better of those two.
Yeah, he's always been the better. Ever since NXT, it was obvious.
Ever since NXT, yeah.
It was obvious.
But like he's the better of the two right now. But yeah, it was just it's amazing that Chicago was the crowd to actually pick up
the Rusev Day.
Yeah, the Rusev Day thing.
But yeah, man, yet again, they didn't pull the trigger and let them win.
Well, the reason why, because I'm actually glad they're holding off on that right now. I am actually glad about that, and the reason why I'm actually glad about that is because of the fact that I kind of want Benjamin and Chad Gable to be champions. I mean, I love to tell you the truth, SmackDown's tag division right now is the best.
Well, compared to let's see what y'all have we have the Usos and the New Day. You know what Raw has right now? Besides the Revival just coming back, the whole tag team division is funny. I compare Raw tag team division to SmackDown's United States title division, where there isn't one.
Well, and we'll get to that because there's one good thing about this now, but about that. But at the same time, it's just like their tag division because anyone who becomes a tag champion, like I love the Usos tag run. I love this new Usos. Okay, I'll say it like that.
These Usos are their best eventually. Yeah,
the New Day being tag champions, that's going to eventually happen again one day, and I don't mind because the one thing about the New Day is that they always come up with something fresh
and different,
and new. And the pancakes.
I know the fucking pancakes coming out of the box. Holy shit!
And apparently,
holy shit!
And apparently now, Big E said that some of the pancakes, actually, that one of the chefs actually made pancakes with bouillons in it.
Jesus.
So all the diabetes right there. But so like they have. They can come up with something right now. Like even if they're not in the tag picture, they can still find themselves doing something because they create so much.
Exactly.
Stuff.
No, you're right. You're right.
They keep them going. And then you have, like I said, Rusev in English, like the hottest fucking thing right now. Then you have, I'm sorry, I cursed. Then you have,
Benjamin Gable, who are technically sound.
Yeah.
You have like Breezango.
I do need to watch the
Fashion Files.
Yeah, Fashion Files.
It was fun. I don't understand why it's not on the show anymore. They put it on fucking WWE.com for whatever reason.
You want to know why?
Why?
I feel like because SmackDown is only 2 hours. I feel like they only have enough time for certain things.
But if we can get
But they
Shane
want
McMahon promo in, then we can get the Fashion Files in.
But it's like they wanna keep it live and dandy because they like the idea of it. But they also
it's funny. It's actually funny.
But they also don't. If they don't have time, since they probably don't have time for it on regular SmackDown TV, they just put it on the internet. But my thing is,
fair point.
My thing is, for all that, put it on the network.
I know, make it his own half an hour show. Or fuck it, 10 minutes.
That's the one problem with the WWE network is the fact of we don't. One thing I don't like about the WWE network is the fact. Yeah, they lose all the original content all the time. Like right now, the only other content that I will watch, Table for Three.
Because that's actually genuinely interesting.
Yeah, and probably Violon.
Here's my thing, and it's funny that you mentioned that. I was a huge fan of WWE rivalries.
Yeah.
Even, like just showcasing past rivalries, just hearing what they had to say about it. Once they stopped that, I actually wrote a letter to them saying it was like, I don't know why you guys stopped. Like there were so many rivalries y'all could have done. Undertaker versus Triple H. Triple H versus it was so many Triple H versus The Rock. Stone Cold versus Triple H. Like there was so many rivalries y'all could have done. John Cena versus Randy Orton, for fuck's sakes. But it's like it was just so many rivalries.
That's a 3-part right there.
I know.
There's so many other shows. One of the shows that I liked, believe it or not, I did like the Well, I did like the I'm about to say Halfway House. Legends House. Well, let's be serious for a second. The majority of the people that was on fucking show pretty much was drug addicts. I mean, we're not gonna lie here, but
Legends House. That was
but Legends House. I mean,
he said the Halfway House. Hey, yeah.
Like I said, the majority of the people,
house
probably was most likely did drugs back then, especially
true.
Especially Hacksaw. We all know the Hacksaw story, but I feel and there was a whole rumor that the second season was supposed to have Ultimate Warrior, but he had passed away around that time, so that wasn't going to happen. Whatever, blah blah blah. Yeah, but at the same time, it's like y'all could have found someone else. Y'all could find other people to do it, or for fuck's sakes, just make Edge and Christian season 2.
Or Camp WWE, their actual animated series that they were doing.
Yeah, Camp WWE was actually a good show. I actually watched that. It was funny.
I admit the first episode was whatever, but ever since that first episode, it was actually genuinely funny to me. The first episode, I feel like they was trying too hard, but yeah, the rest of the show was actually hilarious.
And then another thing was they all right. So they actually have a habit of this. Do you remember? I think it was actually on the WWE Network before.
What?
Do you? It was a I can't remember the name of it. It was another animated show. It was pretty much spoofing a lot of WWE stuff that was going on. And one of the jokes that they made was how many times Kane has changed his personalities or whatever. So he was like, oh my god, that's gotta be Kane. And then, oh my god, that's gotta be Model Blue Kane. Oh, that has to be. Like, it was just like Kane. Like the whole joke was Kane has changed.
Is good, yeah.
Yeah, it's saying all the time, and everything. They only showed one episode. It was a funny thing.
I feel like they don't know what. I don't think they realize what's actually like what keeps people watching the network. Okay, let's realistically face it. Yes, WWE Network for and high in terms of on paper, it's the greatest idea for a wrestling fan. But for a casual viewer, there's only two things they're actually watching on there. Maybe NXT and the pay-per-view. They can give a shit about anything else on there.
if anything, I kind of feel like that. Um, if they saw what the ratings were for NXT when it was on USA, it would switch it out, but they're not going to.
Because well, the thing is, the network is pretty much built for NXT. Because it's like because NXT is gonna suffer from those long commercial breaks, and it's only an hour show anyway.
Yeah, right.
So it's like I think that's why it's best for the network. I know NXT can air on TV if it wanted to, but it's like they're gonna suffer for those commercial breaks. And it's like for NXT on the network, it's like wow, like one commercial every like mid segment. That's it. You get the entirety of the matches, and that's pretty much like their like that's like their number one original programming on there anyway.
Yeah, but
It is
I'm just saying.
NXT. Besides pay per views, it is NXT.
Yeah, but you just need to have more. That's all I'm saying. Hey, look, let's not get too derailed
Yeah.
again.
All right, but yeah.
And I kind of want to finish this a little early because I gotta get ready for work
Oh yeah, no problem. So
tomorrow.
yeah,
But anyway, so back to we was at. We were just talking about the first damn match, by the way.
yeah.
It
We
was a
saw the
tag
tag
team.
teams. Yeah,
It was a tag team match, and that match was amazing.
it was.
It was pretty amazing. And you know what the thing about that match was?
But
It was only like 25 minutes.
but
Remember,
again, people they can tell a good story even if a little bit of time.
yeah, but I'm saying, remember, the first hour of SmackDown was
That promo.
um, yeah, was like no commercials. Okay, the first hour of Raw was one match,
I know, which is
one
why it's
match.
John Cena,
Okay,
and they have 3 hours,
yes, and they have 3 hours.
and they wasted it because SmackDown knows they only have a short amount of. They can't do what fucking Raw does. They want to have a show then. They do what Raw does.
Yeah, here it is now. This match was first 25 minutes, and it was an amazing match. Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin won that match.
Mm-hmm.
Then the second thing was, did you show a couple other promos? And what was the second thing?
I just had. I think I don't want to say it was Breezango and the Blessing Brothers, but I think it was Breezango and the Blessing Brothers. So I just want to make
No,
sure.
it was no. I thought it was some of the women.
No, it was Breezango and the Blessing
It
Brothers.
was.
Yeah, they showed the fashion files, and then there was like, yeah. So you guys will be facing them to get your redemption this week. And obviously, they're getting their asses handed to them. But then the Ascension, the first time I seen them on TV in like 5 years. Show up and it made a no contest. And then he said, all right, don't worry, guys. On behalf of us, we're gonna let you guys challenge the Ascension. I mean the Blessing Brothers one more time. I'm starting to think now, even though I doubt this is what maybe Ascension did attack Breezango. I don't know. Because the whole thing is who attacked Breezango. I don't think Harp and Rowan attacked though. Maybe it
Yeah.
was the Ascension. I don't know.
I will
We,
say.
we will definitely see. Naomi jobbed the Ruby Riot. Let's call it what it was.
Yeah, that was
No, but let's talk about what happened afterward because this really scratches my head. Charlotte came out, and then whatever, the numbers game happened. But then, in this order, Carmella, Tamina, Lana, and Natalia showed up.
yeah, I
Natalia,
know. And
the
then
same woman who 2 weeks prior basically did like a retirement-ish promo saying, all right, well, you guys turn my back on me while I'm turning my back on you. Now she's fighting.
except LOL, Royal Rumble time. Okay, I'm back.
Like, it's just only. What happened? I'm trying to understand that. And yeah, now she's entering the Women's Royal Rumble match. What happened?
That's all it was. It's like I'm never coming back here. I'm turning my
And she's
back on
part of the
y'all.
mixed match challenge. What happened?
Like I said, no. Oh well, y'all turn my back on me, so I'm going to just turn my back on y'all. Okay, well, we're going to have this Women's Royal Rumble. Oh, I'm part of that. I'm here.
It made no sense. I don't. I to this day, I'm gonna figure this out somehow. Like, what was the purpose of that promo?
I mean, I'm pretty sure there was, but at the same time, it's like they probably say to themselves, All right, so what's next? I have no idea.
It's like I don't get it. I really don't get that. That blew my mind when I saw that. When Italia just came out and it's but like 2 weeks ago you just pretty much say like you're done. And now you're just like it didn't make any sense. But yeah.
But then
now we had the
don't worry
first
about that.
but then we had one of the first round matches in the United States Championship tournament, which was Bobby Roode versus Baron Corbin. Now, Shayman brought up a good point, which making me believe that I feel like the Royal Rumble is going to be Styles versus Corbin, despite the ending on SmackDown. Because if you remember that backstage promo, he actually stood up for Baron Corbin. He was like, "Why is Baron Corbin even in this tournament? He was the previous United States champion. He should automatically, if anything, be in."
I look at it on both things, because technically, yes.
By default, Baron Corbin automatically has a rematch clause.
Yes. But same time, so I'm just looking at something.
I know that technically, I guess I know what you're gonna say. He has a rematch clause against Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler is not the United States champion.
Yes, but because it would be like this. Ooh, wow. Okay, I just looked at something. It would be like this. If Dolph Ziggler, I mean, not even let's say Dolph Ziggler not the thing. Technically, what they would probably do is that it should have just been Bobby Roode versus Bobby Roode versus Barry Corbin for just the United States title.
Exactly, sure.
But like Dan Bryan said, we are the
this
land
is the land of opportunity. Yeah, I know. And Shayman's probably kicking himself for that.
Yeah, like, so we gotta give him a chance. Now here's the thing. I also feel like that these next couple of weeks between Shane and Daniel has been like, who's the heel here?
I would, based on all what we have so far, I'll have to technically I'll have to say Shane, because Daniel Bryan, essentially all Daniel Bryan is doing is following what Shane originally created. He created this Land of Opportunity show. So now that he's doing that, but now Shane doesn't like that anymore. But it's like, well, why? That's why Daniel Bryan's the one that like confused. He's like, I'm confused, man. This whole time we've been doing this. Like, why are you?
Here's the thing. So you have Daniel Bryan doing. I mean, because he kind of feels like that he's playing favorites to Owens and Sami Zayn. Which, by the way, I just saw this. One of the things I was looking at. I just saw that next week's SmackDown is going to be
AJ Styles versus Sami Zayn.
Yeah, for Sami Zayn and everything. It's a non-title, but still. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, if you look at what's his face, Shane McMahon, yeah, he's starting to act like his father. You're targeting the past couple of weeks. You have been targeting Owens and Zayn, and you actually had this idea of pretty much screwing them by saying, yes. I mean, like, the whole thing is, okay, they lost. Are you done? No, not quite, because I'm going to put them in the match at Clash of Champions, and if they lose, then they're fired. And it's like, what kind of way is that? Like I'm the special guest referee, and if they lose, then they're fired. And as you saw, it's like he wasn't going to count 3 for them. Like, what would have happened if Daniel Bryan wasn't the special guest referee?
Exactly. Well, that's why I said it was perfect storytelling. The second Shane McMahon counted to 2, we knew Daniel Bryan was the face because again, Daniel Bryan was right. Had Daniel Bryan not been in that match, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens never had a chance of winning. From the very beginning, they were going to lose their jobs because Shane was just going to fuck them over. And I think at that point, Daniel Bryan knew that, so he did what he had to do. Because he knew, like he said, he knew they did not have a chance when Shane McMahon was referee.
Yeah.
He did it. So it's like, can you really boo that? Because like the referee's supposed to be unbiased. So it's like it was clearly Shane McMahon clearly had his own agenda. He was not going to count the fall for Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. He wasn't.
He wasn't going to count the fall. So, yeah.
Who the hell is the face? Who the hell is the heel? I would have to say Shane's I want to say he's the heel. It makes the most sense. They're not going to make a heel Daniel Bryan because that would never fucking work to begin with. They're just going to cheer him. So I guess they'll think the obvious route would be just to make Shane McMahon the heel.
I mean,
we'll see.
As the weeks coming on, because it does seem like that one week it's Shane, the next week it's Daniel.
Yeah, I know.
Like I said, it's that's the storytelling for you.
So yeah, now we have to just wait. Oh, that's the one thing Smackdown was doing overall well. Is like they know how to continue a story while like dragging, like not dragging you out, but like they know how to pace it. This story, because the climax was obviously at Clash of Champions, where it's like, okay, this big event happened, but now we just don't know what side to choose from. What side should we be on, basically?
Yeah.
Should be on Shane McMahon. Because both sides are technically justified in a way.
Both sides have their have their meanings. Just to see how far they go with it.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, we're definitely gonna find out who is the true heel in all of this. But hold on, I was looking at something, but yeah, okay. But yeah, moving on though. Byru defeated Baron Corbin. So he advances, yeah. And then Jinder Mahal, which here. You know what I love about this though? If you didn't read the interview from Triple H, it's like it confirmed Triple H literally confirmed what everybody's been thinking for the past 6 months.
What was that?
He wasn't ready for the main event scene.
Oh, Jinder Mahal.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
No, I don't necessarily. That wasn't Triple H's call. Okay, and here's the thing.
He was talking about after he beat Jinder Mahal in India, he was talking about the match, like how the career of Jinder Mahal has gone so far.
Well,
and he's interview, and it's like, well, it's not like we haven't been saying that for the past 6 months, but all right.
Yeah, but at the same, I mean, look, he did what he did in India and everything, and it was just like, all right, fine, well, we're going to have this match. Yeah, sure. But come on, y'all it was a social experiment
for 6 months.
That just didn't go as good as I thought it was.
And you see, I wouldn't have an issue. I'm not saying United States title's worthless, but if this was under like the United States title thing, it would have been whatever. Because it was the WWE Championship, you know who had like the most hurt from this in a way? There was one superstar in particular coming out of this whole Jinder Mahal experience that got hurt the most. And that was Shinsuke Nakamura. Because let's put this in perspective for a second. You're trying to tell me he can beat John Cena and Randy Orton, Shinsuke Nakamura, but he cannot beat Jinder Mahal.
Yeah. Well, it didn't.
Not only that, he can't beat him, Jinder Mahal beat him cleanly.
Yes, I'm just saying he beat him cleanly.
So it's like, what? It's just, That, like I said, Shinsuke Nakamura got hurt the most.
But then again, not just Nakamura. Let's also just talk about the fact of Randy Orton too,
Oh yeah,
because
Randy Orton got
we
buried.
know
That was
yeah
burial.
we all know Randy Orton's deal and the fact of him being told
You got to job out the gender basically.
You're going to lose the gender 3 times. One of them's going to be a BS way to lose. A BS way to lose, and then you're also going to pretty much lose to him in a Punjabi prison match.
And not only that, and here's the punchline. It's gonna be because of the Great Khali. That was the punchline right there.
Yeah, I'm trying to not remember the day.
Remember, I'm gonna let everybody remember that took place in our city in Philadelphia. So,
but it's like,
what were they smoking back then in July?
but it's just like, okay, how do you think he felt? Let me ask. You also have the fact of Shinsuke Nakamura losing to him cleanly, but I feel like it's done more damage to someone like Randy Orton because Randy Orton is more of a decorated wrestler.
Veteran, yeah. Well, they technically try to give him his wins back with the whole Rusev feud, and you know who came out the bigger star with that though?
As we say, like one no, because it was. No, he lost a belt, a heavyweight title belt.
Not just any belt, the fucking belt. Despite how they want to push the Universal title, the WWE title is still the belt, and he lost that belt.
Yeah, so like no matter what, he still lost the belt, which means he also lost money.
Mm-hmm.
Those big payout checks, like
as Booker T likes to say, yeah, when you're the champion, you're making. I'm sorry, I just love how Booker T, like every time he talks about like, I don't know, something about Booker T.
So we've been trying to figure it out for like the past 5 years now.
Yeah, but carry on, go ahead.
Yeah, so I mean, but as you were saying, like there he is now. He's going for the U.S. title and stuff, and it just pretty much proves that if you think that he's going to be going back anytime soon to the WWE Championship, you're sadly mistaken.
Well, based on the advertisement for Fastlane, he's not even. Dude, let me. I want to make sure I'm correct before I even bring this up. This will prove my point even further. 2018, blah blah blah. Okay. In terms of build for Fastlane, besides the advertised main event, he is okay. Also announced to the event are in this order: Dolph Ziggler, Charlotte, Bobby Roode, then Jinder Mahal. He's built fourth.
Yeah.
And he was just a WWE champion. That's how much they think of him now.
I mean, he had his time.
I know, but that shows like how it's
he would be, and technically you really can because he's from Canada, but for his character, he would be the first Indian
born.
Well, he was born in Canada.
I know, but no, you said in terms of his character.
Yeah, in terms of his character, he'd be the first Indian-born wrestler to win the fame. So when he goes to the Hall of Fame, he'll have that thing. The most Indian-born with the most puffy nipples. Dude, they when I stream Smackdown and Raw and everything from, they let the screen capture stuff, and apparently I didn't see Clash of Champions as I was still at the tournament. I was like on my way home, so I missed out on it. I already knew who won from spoilers. Not spoilers, like from results. But apparently there was a couple of times in the AJ Styles match, and you kind of saw a couple of things of Jinder Mahal. And one of the things about Jinder Mahal was that his nipples was extremely puffy.
Like he was taking roids.
Like I'm
Well, allegedly.
Allegedly, yes. We know that he's been tested and somehow, some way he comes back clean, but something. Did you see? Hold on, let me see if I can find this.
No, I know you're talking about Botchamania show. I know exactly.
Oh
what
yeah,
you're talking
yeah, Botchmania showed. Okay, but no, but I've seen it from other things, but just like,
it's something.
it's something, man. Like, it's not steroids. What?
Yeah, I don't know what the hell it is, but yeah. No, but the thing that I find most well, and also, and I don't like this decision that they're doing. Okay, in case you didn't hear yet, Ron, they're apparently turning Di Dillinger heel based on the live events that's been happening.
I've actually seen some of it, and you
I
know
don't
what?
like that.
Actually, you know what? I'm actually gonna be the opposite.
Oh, bro.
He needs something.
I know he needs something, but that's we for dropping the fucking ball on him.
Then listen, sometimes it work. He needs something.
I mean, at the end of the day, if it gets you on TV, sure.
But at the same time, I will say this: most of the things they do on live events doesn't always make it to TV. For instance, remember there was Sin Cara and Luke and the Luke Gallows, not Luke Gallows,
Luke Harper.
Luke Harper
Tag
tag
teams.
team.
Yeah, that was something.
Okay, that was a live event thing
for
that
multiple,
that never made it on air.
Which,
Okay,
yeah, and you're right. But
so like as you said, I'm grabbing something. I just realized I should do something. But as you said, for live events, they've been turning Ty Dillinger heel. They're trying to see how it's going to go off as far as are we going to put this on TV or not. It may not be on TV. It may or may not be on TV. If it does go on TV, just let him do it right.
exactly.
Because he needs something. Remember, he actually started off as a heel in NXT.
I know, but that eventually got over to him being the face. One of the faces of NXT. So I know, yeah. So I know you're right. Him being heel could eventually turn him around, but we will see. But did you see the rest of this tournament bracket?
Yeah, well, I know my good close personal friend Xavier Woods is on there because it's actually pretty funny. He actually made an Instagram video that he actually just found out. And he actually just found out that he's in it, and he's actually taking this. And this is why I'm saying that I like what he's doing. This is what I mean when I say that they try to keep themselves fresh, because anyone can sit there and be like, okay, well, we just lost our chance at the tag team title, so I guess we won't see us on TV no more. No, now he's doing the thing from where he's actually going around as if this is a voting. Not for him wrestling, but him voting. Going around and saying hashtag Woods for United States U.S. champ.
Interesting. And he faces English, but and as much as that'd be an interesting scenario. Xavier Woods win U.S. title. Does that mean all three? Because we haven't seen that at least like in forever. If Xavier Woods win U.S. title, does that mean technically all three of them are United States champion?
No, I don't think that works like that.
No, it happened before. Like, for example, when Chris Jericho and China did the whole thing when they were Intercontinental champion. Under the Freebird rule, they were both.
Yeah, but I think they did that on. I feel like they only did that because they didn't want to actually have a female be a male champion.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why they did that. But I don't.
Well, if you want a recent example, even though it's a horrible example because it was a horrible time, Laycool.
Yeah.
Under the they were both the women's champion under the Freebird rule.
Yeah, true.
But it's like it's not out of. I mean, but then again, that the women's division was a joke back then. But still, it's like so it's not out of the realm of possibility that they could actually do something like that, where now all three members of the New Day are United States champion.
for some reason I don't think they're going to do that. I feel like that
it'll be something different.
It will be different, but it'll be interesting. The Freebird rules the United States type.
Was even win.
But then again, we also did say that they keep things fresh.
So as I said, that would be an interesting scenario. But the fact that, based on the tournament bracket, it's obvious it's going to be Jinder Mahal. Well, I mean, the choices are either Jinder Mahal versus Bobby Roode or Jinder Mahal versus Zack Ryder. Which one sounds like a pay-per-view match to you, Ron? that's my point. So it's obvious.
Wait. It on the other side is Mojo Rawley and
Zack Ryder.
And Zack Ryder.
Then Bobby Roode and Baron Corbin.
No, because
Bobby Roode is on the opposite side of Jinder Mahal.
Yeah, so it's that.
So Jinder Mahal. So basically, whoever was between Aiden English and Xavier Woods faces Jinder Mahal.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you right now,
that would be interesting now, because if Xavier wins, okay, you have Jinder Mahal, who has the same brothers, but you now also have.
It's an interesting scenario, but I think it's gonna be enough distraction for Jinder Mahal to act, and I think that's what they're gonna do.
I don't know. I don't think
it's gonna be enough, or they could say, "Fuck it." Do something completely different. Have an English win, and then Rusev has to be on the opposite side. Well, what's his former partner, Jinder Mahal?
I think if I have a theory, my theory would be that it would be Jinder Mahal versus Xavier Woods.
Mm-hmm.
Xavier Woods being to the fact of Xavier Woods has New Day with Big E and Kofi, and Jinder Mahal has the same brothers. It's going to be interesting now, being to the fact of they don't. You can't play the numbers game anymore.
Exactly, Jinder Mahal has the number games basically.
Yeah, but you can't play the numbers game anymore because now you have two people out there. So it can still happen, but it'll be a little more even now.
Well, I guess we'll find out next week.
Also, for some specific reason, I kind of don't think they're going to put another belt on Jinder.
Why not? Why not? Well, I mean,
you want to know why? You want to know why not?
Why not?
You want to know why not?
Why?
Because I feel like that. I kind of feel like that they just don't want to take that risk anymore.
You know what's sad about Jinder Mahal, and like in hindsight's 2020, you knew, even WWE knew, even though they made him as champion, they knew in the back of their head that he wasn't main event material, because if I recall correctly, even when Jinder Mahal was champion, who was main eventing most of those damn shows? Styles and Owens feuding over the secondary title, main evented those shows. So it's like it makes you beg the question: do they really actually have faith in Jinder Mahal? I don't think they did, because the WWE title match was always secondary. Actually, let me put this in perspective for you. Jinder Mahal's reign as WWE champion, how many pay-per-views he actually made, not counting SummerSlam. You know how many pay-per-views he actually made evented? So it was Backlash when he won it. He didn't main event Money in the Bank. He main evented Battleground. SummerSlam, I'm not going to count that. He didn't even main event.
SummerSlam was weird anyway.
I know. I'm not going to count SummerSlam because it's a cross-branded, so because like you can't really say what actually made events what. He didn't main event Hell in a Cell. And he only main evented Clash of Champions. He was even part of Survivor Series, even though the original poster will say otherwise.
Yeah, right.
And he only main evented Clash of Champions because the other person that was billed was AJ Styles. So it's like this man didn't really do much, but moving on. The main event, speaking of Styles, AJ Styles fought Kevin Owens. It was actually a good match. I'm not saying I make it sound like they can't put on a good match, but the point,
yeah, the idea of they have a feud earlier this year, probably one of the hottest feuds. So
it was over the secondary title.
Yeah, so let's finish off this year with it. I like that. That was a good call.
Yeah, and what you call it? The interesting part here is that Shane McMahon tried. He inadvertently screwed over AJ Styles without even realizing it.
Yeah.
Because Styles had Owens beat, but because Shane McMahon distracted the referee, not because he did that on purpose, but he's trying to tell the referee to get Sami Zayn out of here. Which, I mean, you're the commissioner. You could just do that yourself. But we're gonna take out that logic for a second. But you try to tell the referee to do basically your own job, Shane. But because of that distraction, it screwed over Styles. Kevin Owens with the roll up. Referee counted 1, 2, 3. Kevin Owens is beating the WWE champion. And Styles looked freaking pissed. And when he was walking back, he actually just stopped and just looked at Shane. I guess Shane would say, "I'm sorry," or whatever. Like, again, Shane McMahon, this whole obsession of this Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn thing is just making him screw over other people. Now he got Styles in something that had nothing to do with him.
Okay.
He literally just got Styles into his own thing. And it's like, I hope AJ Styles actually brings that up next week. Yeah, that was Smackdown. Just gonna now quickly run through 205 Live and NXT and run call it a day. He did time beat Jack Gallagher because Brian Kendrick injured. Oh, and this pretty much confirms, I guess, Neville's not coming back because they allowed him to use the Rings of Saturn as a finishing move now.
Yeah, and apparently there's also the rumor that it's also confirmed that
they banned the GTS.
Yeah, they banned the GTS.
Oh man, Vince McMahon was ready to he was ready to sign that document anyway. See it buckle up.
Well, it was either he banned the GTS or they're going to treat the GTS as like
Styles Clash.
Yeah, like the Styles Clash. Like it depending if he does what kind of matches he does, it will be a big move.
Yeah, so they're treating like the Styles Clash.
Yeah.
Tony Nese defeated Kira Tozawa. This pretty much falls into the third match because the whole point is the Zoe train, it seems like it's falling apart because they don't know whether to trust Enzo Amore or not, because especially with the whole Nia Jax situation, because Say Alexander brought up a good point. He took out Tony Nese just because he said he talked back to him once. That out this whole Nia Jax situation, who do you think he's going to choose? You guys or Nia Jax? So, I mean, so like they're all conflicted.
I wouldn't talk bad about Nia Jax, by the way, because she's a girl. She can kind of kill you.
Yeah, I mean, well, the whole rumor is she's supposed to be his bodyguard anyway.
Yeah.
So, and then the main event was Say Alexander Mustafa Ali versus Drew Gulak Davari. Mustafa Ali and Say Alexander won because this is pretty much months of build-up is leading up to this Monday on Raw, where Enzo Amore will defend his Cruiserweight Championship against Say Alexander, and there's so many possible outcomes to this.
I'm actually want to see what happens with this.
Yeah, because it's like this is actually an interesting scenario. The way this was built, Drew Gulak, this whole thing with Drew Gulak, Say Alexander wasn't even supposed to be in the damn match, but Rich Swann decided to tell his wife, "You can't handle this." But
somebody tells me, by the way, though, that even then, I don't really think that he was going to win that anyway.
That's my point. I think it was originally Drew Gulak.
Yeah,
because the story dictated that. Because the whole point of this tour, like the way this tournament was set up, it was obvious from the beginning it was Drew Gulak was the main focus. So it's like, it's just, I don't know why he decided not to make Say Alexander lose. I'm not saying he should have lost, but I guess he figured, it's his Rich Swann's not here because for whatever reason, Rich Swann, him not eating the pin couldn't make it just didn't. That doesn't make any sense to me. If your intention was for Drew Gulak to win, then who matters who eats the pin? Why does Swan have to eat the pin but not Cedric? But that's besides the point. We're gonna see exactly what's gonna happen with the cruiserweight title. So this is the the first time in a while right now in 205 Live where this match actually literally has a lot of meaning here. A lot of stuff can happen. The whole division could change face this Monday on Raw. Either Enzo's going to continue to reign as champion or say Alexander actually wins it. So there's that. And quickly on NXT, which I love this NXT. Did you watch it? That Fatal 4-Way match.
I wasn't home, but I already know what happened.
Yeah, I mean, I see. That's the thing about NXT. We already know the outcome a month before, but just actually seeing the match itself is well, fuck the outcome. This match was amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah,
so I wasn't quite home for that.
Yeah, but that match and just the reaction of Johnny Gargano winning, it was just damn. You could have swore he won the WWE Championship. No, he just won a #1 contenders match. But that fucking reaction, it was like a fucking WrestleMania reaction.
He needed, and here's the thing that I want to know, and I'm a little afraid of. If they're going to do this, is if they're going to, it's Tommy coming back.
Tommaso. Yeah. I think that's the reason why they're doing this, because wouldn't it have been clearly obvious the next challenger should have been Aleister Black for the NXT title?
Yeah.
But the fact that they picked Johnny Gargano, I feel like it's going to be Tommaso. So that takeover New Orleans, it's going to be Johnny Gargano versus Tommaso Ciampa.
Also, speaking of Aleister Black,
I think I know the route they're going with this, even though this has been taped. This is just prediction before they even do the tapings next week. I'm just personally going to say, I feel like the route they're going with this, because if you recall, I don't know if you recall, the originally announced tournament for this, Velveteen Dream was involved in. But due to injuries sustained from his match against Aleister Black, he couldn't compete. I feel like Aleister Black and Velveteen Dream is going to be a tag team. Because Undisputed Era screwed over Aleister Black, and which made him get his first loss here and get pinned. So
that's right. That's interesting of saying him. I was going to say probably him and maybe Lars.
It all depends.
But being said about Team Dream,
because again, why even mention? Here's the thing. Here's why I find interesting. I don't think WWE's that stupid. Like the hardcore fans knew about the tapings, right? Velveteen Dream wasn't even part of the tapings, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we already knew Johnny Gargano won. The fact that a couple days later they said Velveteen Dream was a part of this tournament, because they got to keep face, right? It's like, the fuck are you announcing Velveteen Dream for? It's like it's obvious that we know he's not a part of it. So he did the whole storyline is due to the injury sustained. He's not a part. Like, why even mention? Why bother taking that extra step of mentioning Velveteen Dream?
I did that mainly because of the fact of, hey, let's not forget him.
And true, but it's like that. It seemed like they took an extra step for that for a specific reason. They had to do it for a specific reason, but we'll find out with the tapings. But yeah, Jengar won. Sheena Blazer is now part of NXT. And the Street Profits looks to become. Well, first of all, why the fuck are the Archers of Pain still in NXT? I don't get it.
That's a good question.
They could actually help the Raw division right now.
I would say, would you put them on Raw? Would you put them on
SmackDown? Raw again. Raw's tag team division is again United States the title division. There is no division. Let's really run down the Raw tag team division, shall we? Here's who we have as tag teams on Monday Night Raw, and this will prove my point. For tag teams on the Monday Night Raw roster, you know how many teams there are?
How many?
Actively, there's technically 6. However, it is Cesaro and Sheamus, which you pretty much just said they're done as a team for right now.
Yeah, I did.
Gallus Anderson, who has done nothing. The Hardy Boys, one of which is injured. The Revival just came back. The Shield, which is done. And Heath Slater and Rhino. So if you really think about it, as of right now, there's only, 2.5 teams on Raw?
Yeah.
I don't count Rollins and Jordan as a team. I count it as like an alliance. I don't count them as a team. So
also another, and the thing about it, another reason why I would probably say that they're why they're still on NXT. They are
what?
still good. They're still good.
I know, but but
They
Liz Morgan and Sarah Logan isn't.
Mr. Man likes blondes.
I'm just saying, it's clearly obvious. It doesn't matter who they fucking call up.
You're right, but there's a difference between being green.
Sonya Deville. Let's not talk about Sonya Deville. For the most part, I mean,
Sonya Deville deserves it, in my opinion. Let's say it like this. I'll put it to you like this. When was the last time you heard the Officer Pain? I mean, when was the last time you heard Sonya Deville injuring the living hell out of?
I know, a fair point. But it's like, it was just obvious. For example, Dana Brooke boggles the. I love Dana Brooke, or at least her work in NXT, I should say. Why was she called up so early in part of the main roster? Her and Apollo Crews. It still boggles my mind why Apollo Crews was called up so early.
True, yes, but I guess they don't want to. I mean, yeah, but
yeah, that's the point. They pick and choose who they want to call up for some reason.
But at the same time, it's like if you look at the fact of the Office of Pain, they have literally, they literally have hurt someone.
I know,
and they need to work on that.
Which is true. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's gonna be hard.
There's a difference between that you don't have the
personality, yeah,
personality and whatever, or you don't have like the like stuff like that, like personality or your wrestling skills or anything. But the thing is that they can actually they can sort of work with you with that, sort of, kind of. But at the same time, the Office of Pain is known for legit hurting people and stuff, and it's like, yeah, you're going to have to work on that. Like, we understand that you're supposed to be the powerhouse tag team, and you have all these big powerhouse moves, but you can't not hurt people.
Oh, you can't, you can't kill them, for God's sake.
Yeah, like you've hurt a lot of people. Like, you gotta slow down some of the things that you do, because you have done these things from where
you literally gave a man a concussion.
Yeah, you give a man a concussion. That fucking power bomb on somebody else, like, it's not like you can't do the move. The move has been done so many times.
Multiple times. It's just you have to make sure the guy's in the right position.
Yeah.
And it's like, and when we put it like that, you're right. But then let's talk about another tag team that should be called up that still, I think, is a travesty on its own. And you probably forgot about this tag team too.
What, TMI?
They're not even a tag team anymore. No, not them. Blake and Murphy.
Well, didn't they split?
I know, but that's not the point. The point is they are the only people in NXT who has held championship gold but are still in NXT.
Yeah,
and let me put this in perspective for you for a second. They have been in NXT. They lost their titles back in 2015. It is about to be 2018.
Yeah, you're right, but at the same time, they both broke up.
I know, but even still, they could at least got
And
called up separately, if
no,
anything.
I'm going to say it. I'm about to say it. They both broke up, and they kind of sucked separately. When was the last time you see Blake and or Murphy on NXT TV?
Fair
Since they
point.
broke up.
To be honest with you, in hindsight's 2020, I feel like the whole point of the Blake and Murphy group was just to get Alexa Bliss a new character for herself.
And that could be
I think because in hindsight, let's really think about this for a second. Blake and Murphy only won the fucking titles or kept the titles because of Alexa Bliss. And then near the end of her reign and during her run at NXT, she was facing Bayley. Like she was feuding with Bayley like for the NXT title. So I feel like the actual real purpose of Blake and Murphy was just really to push Alexa Bliss so she could get put up to the main roster. And speaking of that, where the hell is Billie Kay and Peyton Royce? But yet we got Liz Morgan and Sarah Logan.
Here's the thing about that, and someone had said that, and I'm saying the same exact thing. I don't. If those two was to be called up, I want them to be on their own. I don't want them to be a part
of a trio. Yeah,
of a trio. Okay, so beats the fact that Liv Taylor and whatever that other chick is named, that one that
can't talk.
The one that should never hold a microphone ever again. They're up because of the experience. Like Ruby Riott, even though she's
newer,
from NXT,
no, and I get that.
She has a long career in wrestling.
Yeah, so like she knows out of all three of them, she's the one that actually knows what she's doing.
Yes.
To a point.
Yes. No, it's the same thing with Absolution. Paige is there to help out with
Mandy and Sonya.
Yeah,
mainly Mandy. Let's face facts here.
Yeah, but then again, Mandy's not that bad. Not
no, I'm talking about like mainly push Mandy Rose. I'm not saying Mandy's bad. I'm saying I think the Vince just wants to get Mandy over quickly.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
The next Marie. That's what they want.
But it's someone who at least can actually wrestle.
Yeah. So they have both. They have the best of both worlds, basically.
So, yeah. So it's like, I can definitely see that. But for someone like Peyton Rose, Royce or whatever, no, they need to be up. If they get called up, they need to be called up. Just the two of them. They need to do things with just the two of them. They don't need anyone being associated with them. It's just them two. Mm-hmm. So.
But the issue is now, I feel like, and it's kind of hard for me to say this. I mean, horrible for me to say this. I think there's too many women now on their respective rosters. Because let's put this in perspective for a second. Before Paige came back and Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville, whatever, there was about like 8 or 9 women on the roster anyway. Now it's 12. It's a dozen of them, and they only get like a segment and a half on every show. They're not gonna get any exposure.
You're right about that, but at the same time, it's like
hell. I think people tend.
I feel like when it comes to the women's division, we will probably never be happy because it's either we want women wrestling, but we want more women to be on women's wrestling.
But it's like, but they don't have the time to put every. I know.
But we don't like Bayley.
Yeah, it's just
like because I actually like.
It's like it's like those are the 3 main problems. Those are the 3 main problems.
Like y'all need to leave Bayley alone. Personally, I like Bayley. Bayley is the fact that she's out here doing what she's doing and trying to. I mean, I was watching a little documentary, not a documentary, it was the same on their YouTube channel, and it was showing how Bayley pretty much she was an obsessed WWE fan, meeting all these WWE superstars when she was younger and stuff. And like watching all that, this just shows this is actually something she wants to do. Here it is now. You're put in this predicament where she wants to actually perform for y'all. And y'all call her boring and whatever. It's like it's not really her fault.
It's the blame WWE's booking.
Yeah, it's the booking. Like trust me, I think that I hated the fact of her putting her in that situation where
never forget Extreme Rules. That's all I say.
I tried to.
Never forget where she couldn't even touch Alexa Bliss.
Yeah,
that was a squash match.
Yeah, and I felt like why did y'all even put her in that situation from where she's too friendly to want to do? Like, no, that right there, y'all should have made her the hardcore thing. I think she probably wanted to, but it's like, no, because it'll mess up your.
Remember the original storyline for her? The whole point is she was trying to, like, she never got kissed before, so Corey Graves was going to be the one to do it. And you cannot tell me that was not the real, because if I recall, she had an interview with Corey Graves, like when she just came back. She's like, "Here, Corey, look, can I hug you?" And he was like, sure. I remember that finish day, and now hindsight's 2020. They were going for that.
I'm glad they decided not to.
I'm just saying, like, they were actually gonna go for that. Holy shit!
I decided they not. I'm glad they decided not to, because it's no.
that would have been something, but yeah. No, and you are right though. It's like they have to. I don't know what they're gonna do. They have to fix the women that they fucking have.
Pretty much.
Like again, Sasha. What happened? Remember? And this was, you cannot tell me this was not a burial. Remember when Sasha won the title, even though she wasn't even supposed to be there at SummerSlam? It was supposed to be Bayley versus Alexa, and then Sasha got put in the match because Bayley got injured.
Yeah, true.
And then remember, literally that next week, Alexa Bliss said, "quote You cannot successfully defend the Raw Women's title. You always lose it when you defend the title. And next week, I'm going to prove it." What happened the next week? The heel proved that she was right.
But I don't understand.
It is like
that. I don't understand that about Sasha. Like, she wins it,
and then it's a running gag. Does you understand? It's a joke. It's a joke.
Like, I don't.
That's the joke. Every time she fucking won it, she can never successfully defend a title. That's the ish. That's the funny part.
And then the whole, it's like when Charlotte and her was going back and forth, when she wins it from Charlotte, she doesn't defend it until the next time she faced Charlotte.
Right.
And I'm like, why would y'all?
It's like, yo, defend it somewhere else. It's like, who defend against anybody?
Yeah, like, she couldn't have like just a regular thing that she just, here's Sasha Banks, the champion, and she's just running down helping somebody, or she's doing an interview. But the next match is going to be a rematch, and it's like, I already know what's going to happen
there. Right. And that's the point. Like, they made it. That was the week that they should have. The whole point was, yeah, Sasha Banks overcame her demons and whatnot, and she successfully defends it. No. What instead happened was they was going to eventually, I guess, do a match between Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax that never came to fruition anyway. So that whole point of that was absolutely meaningless because it did nothing for anybody. Because look what Nia Jax is doing right now.
Yeah.
So what happened? They just don't. Again, yeah, they have to fix the women that they currently have. I feel like the only protect the woman. The only woman on the Raw roster. Well, there's two right now at least. Are Asuka and Alexa Bliss. They almost fucked up Asuka, but they got back on track like after that second week. They almost fucked her up.
This is going to happen anyway.
But yeah. Oh no, dude! You know how Asuka, her first loss, people think it's gonna be like against somebody big. No, you want to know who her first loss is going to be against?
Well,
Nikki Bella.
What do you think?
Nikki Bella.
No.
No, you think? I
don't listen. And this is going to be the last thing because
okay.
time. Actually, no. I want to talk about something real quick beforehand. Now, this is probably going to take a little more of a time, but I want to know. I want to know if you heard this or not. But anyway, um, no. The reason why is because Nikki Bella is a darling to the WWE. They're not going to let Asuka touch her. Even
no,
if
she's just gonna
even
job to her.
no, and Asuka's not going to do that. Okay, there's two things that's not going to happen here. Asuka's not going to job to Nikki Bella. Nikki Bella's not going to get touched by her, because if she gets touched by her,
she's
it's
dead.
really she's exactly.
He sure he has a neck injury, so she's pretty much dead.
Exactly. Okay. He probably won't even hit her. She probably won't even hit her. She'll probably just
It'll
do
be the
like a
finger point
move.
of doom.
Not even that. She'll probably just do a move, and the whiplash of her turning her neck around is going to hurt her. So no, I
And
don't
then
think that's
Cena
going to
comes in, AA to Cena. Cena beats Asuka.
But no, what I want to talk about, before I leave, I haven't listened to the video yet. But actually they uploaded it around the time he was doing this. But have you heard earlier today? This is the last thing I want to talk about. Have you heard earlier today about Sid Vicious canceling and meet and greets?
What now? What do you mean by that?
Okay, so let me pull this up. On my friend has shared it. So Sid Vicious, Psycho Sid, Sid Justice, he had a meet and greet with a organization, Intense Wrestling, I think is what it's called. And was it Intense Wrestling or AIW or AIW events? Anyway, when it comes to booking someone like a legend of some sort or whatnot, they want you to pay them ahead of time, and then pay them you pay them ahead of time, and then you pay them the rest when they get there. So and everything, and then if you really, why am I hearing crows right now?
Oh, that's why I saw that Hornswoggle meme?
Yeah.
On Sid Vicious.
Yeah, but this is the reason why. I'm sorry, it just caught me off guard. I'm hearing crows outside my window. I'm like, it's 11:37 at night.
I know why there's crows outside.
Yeah, that's actually kind of scary right now. But anyway, so hold on, I'm trying to see. Hold on, let me refresh this, because my friend shared the thing. There's an actual video of him talking about it, of Sid Vicious talking about it. But pretty much the reasoning is, he canceled because of a travel ban, right?
No. Okay.
Yeah, because like and everything. Being to the fact, if I'm trying to get this story right, I'm trying to see if I can find it. All right, here it goes. It's called, first of all, it's called Absolute Intense Wrestling. We have some bad news. This was shared. All right, so we have some bad news to report. Our greatest fears have come true. Sid did not. They spelled did not so wrong. They spelled did not. I don't know why it's spelled like that, but it's spelled DODNNOT. That's not even a word. But he did not board his flight this morning. After several phone calls, he finally answered when we use Swoggle, Hornswoggle,
out of everybody,
out of anybody, to answer his phone. To use his phone to phone. Sid claimed that because of Donald Trump's travel ban prevented him from boarding his flight to Cleveland this morning because of an unpaid speeding ticket that he claimed is a new government policy since he didn't have his passport, even though he was traveling within the United States and he is a United States citizen. So they recorded his cancellation call just so there could be proof of all this, and we will do our best to play the audio tonight on a future episode of our podcast. He said, we apologize for all the fans who were expected to meet Sid tonight, and unfortunately, this is something 100% out of our control. We invest quite a bit of money in this appearance, and we have now lost close to $1,000 that we will never get back on airline tickets, hotels, and merchandise that they had made for Sid. We're going to try our best to find a replacement and plan on spending the rest of the day making phone calls and trying to get someone out here to replace Sid. This was today that this was supposed to happen. Now, apparently, this travel ban that is talking about is true, but it doesn't go into effect until January 22nd, 2018.
But he could have went.
Yes.
It just sounds like he just didn't want to go. Where was this at anyway?
I don't know where.
Ohio.
Absolutely.
Ohio.
Yeah.
Where was he fucking at?
I think he was in Vegas.
I guess, but no, I'm reading it. Yo, I'm like, did you hear what happened at the event though?
No, I didn't hear this part. What?
So this is actually so there's a silver lining to all this. After Sid Vicious no-showed last night's absolute intense wrestling event in Chicago, Ohio, the independent promotion tried to make things up for fans by having Impact Wrestling Ethan Carter III dress up as former WWE. Actually, let me just screenshot.
Oh, you know what? I did see that.
That is hilarious. No, like this man is hilarious. And then the best part, what kills me, he signed Sid's pictures.
I did see that. Oh, it was earlier this morning I saw that. But still, it's
and then he wrote on the autograph. Yeah, he told him to sign his autograph, and the autograph literally says, "Justin, I'm not Sid, EC3." Like, that's hilarious. My God. And that I admit that's actually pretty funny. That they did this. Oh my God. But he really I thought it was like a United Kingdom promotion.
No.
This is fucking Ohio. It's not like it's staying over from us.
Yeah, it's over from us, but I don't know where.
I don't know where Sid was, but that's not the point though.
Yeah,
what the hell?
That wasn't looking good for him.
That's ridiculous.
And I'm saying this now. Stuff like this, he's not going to be
booked anywhere now.
He's not going to be booked for anything. For something like this, you'd be surprised if anybody like will want him to come to any events, any little.
I know, because you're usually gonna screw anybody over.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while.
Yeah, that is actually messed up though. Cause they for promotion, cause I don't think people understand promoters. They are the ones that get hurt by this the most. Because now people are gonna think like, well, this guy can't even book anybody. You can't make him. So he advertised him, and that's gonna make him look like an idiot. I know.
They advertised, and apparently they had
new merchandise for Sid Vicious for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you want to go the distance, you gotta go the distance with him. But nah.
Yeah, that is a dick move, though. That is actually a dick move. But yeah, man, I don't want to hold you up anymore, though. Yeah, this is a good talk, though. Glad that you're back, though. This was a good talk.
I guess there's a lot off my chest and stuff, and
yeah, of course.
I know I'm not most of the time. Well, I'll say it like this: if the long term, because seeing how winter's going to be, I might be on here every fucking Saturday.
Well, yeah, guys.
Because I legit hate the winter.
Yeah, me too. I'm like a grizzly bear. I'm not gonna go outside.
Everything. So unless if I go somewhere, it's because someone is driving me and they're gonna bring me home.
No,
If
that's
other than
completely.
that, I'm not taking the bus anywhere like that. Or if I do go somewhere, I'm gonna try to make it back before sunset. But other than that, my Saturdays might be consist of me staying here. The only other time I see myself not being here is for the next tournament I'm going to is Winter Brawl and for NXT Takeover. When it's just in Philadelphia because I am going to that. My friend just bought me tickets. Like,
Well, to be honest with you, based on my schedule, I don't think I'll be able to even do. I might have to do it the day before because
on Friday.
Because I usually don't get off of work, which is why I was kind of tired today. Anyway, I usually don't get off of work until 5 o'clock. So there would be no way I can even do the podcast, let's say at 5 and expect for me to watch NXT Takeover at 8. There's just no way. Because we got to do the predictions and there's no way. So I think for that week, we might have to actually reschedule it.
Well, whatever time you schedule
we'll see. When we get there, we get there.
I'll say like this. Most of the time, I most likely probably won't be going anywhere because it's the winter, and I usually don't go outside unless I have to go somewhere, or if I am. Friday would probably be the one time, and it might not be good because I'm doing my Game of Honor thing. Other than that, that's about it.
I got you. All right, guys. This is actually a good talk. Any last words you want to say, Ron?
Not really. Pretty much. Everybody, have yourself a safe New Year's Day. Please don't do anything stupid, please, because we don't really need stuff like that. 2017 was hard. I will say that for most people. Um, Hopefully your 2008 will actually be better than your 2017. And if you actually had a good 2017, let's hope that it'll roll into 2018.
Yep. I mean, all we can do is just move forward and just hope for the best. But yeah. Otherwise, guys, this is Crater and Ron signing off. Catch you guys later. See ya.